go. It started. Hello everyone, welcome to another live stream. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hold on, I still need to send you a blur. There we go. Now wait.
Y'all's favorite local shrimblies. Working on shit and procrastinating on even more.
This time I will be working. Oh, good.
I will be procrastinating.
You know what? We need the balance.
You know?
It's good.
Yes, we
Balance
need
needs
to
to be kept
maintain
in
the
order.
balance.
Sorry, this balance is gonna be a broken heart. I've been procrastinating for a 6 weeks right now.
Yes.
Right now, the last week I'm procrastinating 4 different projects.
Oh, look how much I can't do anything. Well, hello there, I've got executive dysfunction. What do you want to do now?
Actually, if you have 4 different things that you're procrastinating, you're still only procrastinating one. Because the other 3 you wouldn't be able to do anyway if you were supposed to do one of them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
think about
Doing
this
way.
4 things, not
doing
not 4 things at once, is the same as doing not one thing at once. Is kind of stupid.
That
but,
is
you know.
such a coping mechanism.
Either do
right
or
now.
don't.
Okay. Do we have enough
Except
people
if
to
you
actually
are in
explain?
a quantum entangled state with the things you try to do.
Okay, I think we might have enough people to explain now. Timon mostly, but other people as well, on Patreon, have convinced me to finish a video that I have stopped working on 8 months ago. So it was a really long time. And then we might finish it. Well, not today, obviously. It's gonna take a while, a fair bit while, but at the very least I
That's
can...
kind of weak.
What was kind of weak.
And I'm just hyped and overexcited.
Oh, did I?
Really?
Oh, goodness gracious me. All of these animations are so garbage because I've done them such a long time ago. I need to like manually import the frames, which is something I stopped doing a really long time ago. Well, let's see.
Ancient garbage.
Yeah, but like everyone is gonna be thanking me because I saw the first part of the video and it was absolutely amazing. So yeah, feel free to thank me for that video.
Once it's done. Yeah, what
Reminder
exactly?
to post into the comments. Thank you, Timon.
Yay, finally some gaming. It's evening for me. Well, good for you, I suppose. I need more coffee. I'm feeling sluggish. Hold on.
At this time of day, localized entirely.
I woke...
this region.
My time doesn't make sense, okay? It's unique. The relativity, Theo, okay? That's...
Yes,
My time is relative.
I do know that.
Timon's relative, exactly. What's this
Timon
for?
is
Yes,
relative.
I am.
Yes. In my kitchen, only thyme is relative.
Oh, you know what is awful? Sandwiches just always take so much time to make. And there's also so gross afterwards. I don't like time.
Have you tried rosemary?
You put the time on sandwiches, like you put that on like food that you cook.
Have I tried rosemary? Well, I haven't. What's she up to?
She's a very good friend of mine. She is living in the south of Provence, and
I mean, you know, some people have been asking me to pep her, but I barely know her, you know? This is such an, like, accurate sample of the humor of this entire channel. Hello everyone and welcome into minute and a half of uninterrupted spice puns. Hello, I'm going to be interviewing a chemistry professor. I don't know, I think
Hello,
he just
it's
works
us,
in the
the
university.
Spice Girls.
Spice Guys.
Which of the Spice Girls are you?
Does anyone have any good questions I could ask him? What will be the topic of the interview? That's what we should start with, I suppose. I have some insider knowledge about talking with chemists.
Uh-huh.
It's not an easy thing to do, you know.
I mean, for those who do not know me, I happen to be, or have been, a math and chemistry teacher.
Which is wild. These
During
two topics make sense together.
Studying, during my studying math and chemistry.
Oh, the vids about electricity. Yeah. I can show you which video about electricity if you want, because if you go to my YouTube channel, to the post section, hold on. There we go. The posts, and if you scroll down by like a couple of months, just couple-ish of months, just couple of months, just a few couple, just a bit of
It's
just-
a finite amount of months.
yeah, just a
So,
little bit of just
counts as almost all months.
if you go down all months, all of them. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, that was the longest
Almost
stream I've
none.
ever made. Meme from Hungary.
What? Meme from here? What?
No, from Hungry Appleman. Not everything is about you,
Oh.
Timon.
I've heard Hungary.
There we go. 9 months ago, this post was about this specific video. Oh my goodness, Premiere Pro had a different color palette back then.
Boy.
I forgot.
It's back from the times where when you spoke Babylonian. I'm repurposing this joke for the stream.
Sorry, another day
Also,
of being in chat like a normie. Hey, Asha, don't be upset. This is purely classes, okay? All you need to do is just pay me money. Oh, it's all fine. Make it. Have you
Also,
uploaded?
Simon owns the concept of feeling hunger. You should know that.
It's trademarked.
Man, I really could go for something to eat, but I can't. It's copyrighted.
Actually, no, you can't afford to not to go to eat. That's copyrighted. Make
Yeah.
it, have you uploaded a video of the transforming a function into vector video? No, I haven't. You can check it later. I haven't. I'm still working on that video as well, but I'm also working on this one from now on because, you know, I'm ADHD or whatever. Alright, so the script to the electricity video is a bit... It's hit me a bit.
It's a bit as in it's
There is a
a
bit.
theater scene of a joke.
Hold on. Let me just first record an intro.
For
Oh, I
those who
need to
don't know,
record
we are
this.
making a musical out of this.
Yeah, exactly.
For legal reasons, this also is a joke.
I should check up on the Blender files I've used for this. Oh, they were in the older version of Blender. Oh, how many? Oh my goodness, how many versions of Blender ago was that made actually? That's a good
the
question.
KitchenAid version.
Because what words? I like intro. Let's see. Intro 1. Oh, it opens. Well, backwards compatibility. That's just great. Re-rendering
I'm
this.
not making a joke on that.
Make it like taking his time for making a video. Yeah, taking my time. Taking 8 fucking months. That's certainly taking my time.
Yes.
Yeah, but I'm trying to switch to see how it'll work from making like videos like a monkey on crack every 5 days to, you know, making them at a more reasonable pace. That is an experiment, we'll see how it goes. Okay, so this worked. Well, I mean, the render will still be... It still doesn't look great, but I mean, at least worked. Alright, sweet. Now let's see the recap. This. I could also re-render all of the animations. It would be slightly better because I could have them fit everything much nicer. I need to record. Hope you all don't mind, but I'm gonna need to record everything. Well, I mean, you voluntarily... I asked you if you wanted to join on the live voice channel, you said yes, so I suppose that's on you, if it bothers you.
Yes. I mean, it only records your microphone, right?
Yeah, but still I have a different voice for recording videos and a different voice for casually talking, so it is gonna be a bit unsettling.
Oh, that's sad.
I have been mentioned.
Video.
Okay, hold on,
No, it's okay.
because I did this.
It has been brought to my awareness.
A lightning quickly flashing across the sky, a loud crack, an unbelievable amount of... No, there's garbage, actually, because... Hold on, no, let me think. Because originally, when I was making this, the idea was... The video kind of blew out of proportions as I was working on it. And so originally, I wanted it to be about electricity more, but at the end, I am getting into electronics as well. Which means that the...
No, that's a given, no?
Not really. Originally, I did wanted to finish off at just electricity and leave electronics for next time, but at the end, when I'm going into circuits, it's kind of getting into electronics. But the magnetic field. What do you mean electrons don't carry energy? They...
No, I don't agree, out of spite.
No, because I mean, electrons, that's... I would need some context on that, because I mean, electrons do carry energy, everything carries energy. You mean
Yes,
like, when it comes to electricity in the wires, that electrons don't carry energy? That's really tricky,
Yeah, I think
because
it was.
if I can be completely honest with you, Adarva, this is the video for which I studied the topic of how does, you know, how does electricity flow, and I still don't know exactly. It's really tricky because I have seen 4 different models for describing flow of electricity, and in 2 of them, electrons do not actually move much. But in the one I'll be discussing in this video, they do, which is the where is it? After the country of band diagram, I think. Oh no, all quantities right here, and right here there should be jeez, it's a lot. Yeah, somewhere here.
A couple of things in electricity are can be very unintuitive.
It's not even intuitive, it's just that I just seen 4 different models. And I don't, and all of them, well, to be fair, the one I'm using in here has in the textbook, I'm using a library textbook for this, it was stated there that like this model is just an oversimplification, which I am also trying to make as a case in the video. I'm gonna be asking about this
balance between being able to convey the essence of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be asking about this profession
way and the complexity and turning it into an
I'm having trouble vetting. I'm having trouble
yes.
vetting when Theo is finished talking, because you do this thing. No. You just do this thing where you like have the same tone for finishing a sentence as for like taking a break mid sentence.
Yes,
you
it's
have
the break I take for thinking, because my brain works in a different language.
Oh no, I mean no, taking a break from thinking, that's normal. What's weird is that you have the same tone of voice when you finish a sentence as when you take a break from thinking.
I mean, I can sing. No, I can't. I can try. I won't.
I'm gonna be asking about this profession, what he likes in the job, how he came by, tips and tricks, and more for his first school project. And I think it should be fine, Jasmine, as long as you let them talk. That's always, in my opinion, a good piece of advice. If you don't have any more ideas for a question, just try to get them going. As long as you get them going, as long as you get them talking, then they'll just, well, your job will be much easier. They'll just do all the talking.
You could also like try to ask like specific about like what field of chemistry they do want to speak something about their specific field. That might actually help you get them talking because it's like their main thing and interest and everything.
Sorry, if I don't have the attention span to hear so many people talk at once, so I might dip. That's fine. I get it.
Oh, thanks.
I haven't talked yet.
Good, we have too many people. Well, first let's remind ourselves what's going on inside the atom. We have the protons, the neutrons, and the electrons. We don't care about the neutrons, only protons and electrons this time, and we don't really even care about them either, only about their charge. Protons have positive charge, electrons have negative charge. Now, because opposites attract and the same repel, this causes protons to want to move as far away from each other as possible, just like electrons want to move as far away from themselves as possible. But electrons want to be as close to protons, just like protons want to be as close to electrons, and this causes a pretty interesting phenomena in which something like an ion atom can be stable, but it's not really... Oh, why is this in red? Uh-oh. Why is this in red? That's because... Oh, yeah, I amended the script. That makes sense. Alright. Oh, why is this in red? Can be stable, but it's not... it's not really... Oh, why is this in red? Uh-oh. But that's only because for all of the negative electrons, we have positive protons holding them together. So what would happen if we take out one of these negative electrons? Well, we end up with a positive proton. That's because it's basically... That's just straight up wrong. What did I... Damn it. 8 months of not working on this is hitting hard.
Ancient make it.
It really is.
Gaslighting us.
I'm talking to my past self and they're dyslexic. That's because basically the positive, it shouldn't be positive proton, it should be positive ion, I think. Positive ion. I'll need to remake the animation as well. I think it's gonna be easier if I just delete all of the rendered frames and remake all of this. Or at the very least, try remaking it now and then later on see if deleting all the frames is a good idea. Alright. We have too many people. Well, first let's remind ourselves... There we go. This really is some character development. History channels, and yeah, back in my day when I slapped the parties.
Yeah. I mean, I have been called ancient a couple of times by friends. Not in a age way, but in a mature kind of way.
Oh no, in my case, I've just been in both, called ancient. That was randomly because I like, forgot one of the countries.
You've relived the Indiana Jones Holy Grail scene, the skeletonizing. It's not a word.
I was there back when that guy was sitting down and wasn't a skeleton yet.
You went through that scene personally 5 times.
Not make it you forget that the historical event that happened 50 years ago just happened already.
What did I forget about?
The clown naked.
The Czechoslovakia have broken into Czechia.
Oh yeah, I forgot that Czechoslovakia was in the country.
Wait until you hear about Circus Make It.
It happens. It happens. Happens to the best of us. Well, first let's remind...
For those rare occasions when Wicked is not not the clown, but the entire circus.
I'm always...
I'm always the blurkus.
Basics. On his own, hold on. Oh boy. Honestly, this isn't even a oh boy kind of moment. This is a oh non-binary kind of moment at this point. We're beyond that point.
Mamma mia.
All right, basics new. Let's try to fix up the garbage that past Make It has done, the crimes they've committed.
To put this into relation to our piss moments, it's worse.
This is all calm, honestly, at this point. Was that too far? I don't know. It feels... What do you feel about... Find out how Austro-Hungary is no more. Oh, it's pulling my
Let's
leg.
dig out all the Internet Explorer memes and apply them to...
News, Obama just wins the second presidency.
I'm never going to financially recover from this.
Alright, Proton up to here. Motion blur is should be turned on. It is sweet, lovely. I should have some kind of game on the side to play because there's gonna be a bunch of rendering here. Oh, what's happening? I'm sorry. What's up with that? That's wrong. That is really wrong. That shouldn't be a thing. No. Oh no.
Things.
Oh no. Oh no. What is going on over there? I'm sorry.
Live.
Is this the problem? Oh, but the brightness of the background would be a problem as well. Fuck, past Make It made such a mess.
The conversations in chat is beautiful. Like, what did Czechoslovakia broke into Czechia and Slovakia?
Have they?
Broke into absolute madness. Hello?
Okay, this doesn't look terrible. Oh, it's beyond all piss, honestly. Oh, fuck me.
You already hate this?
I don't hate this, it's just that it's... during the past 8 months, I have gotten better at doing what I do. And, like... It hits me now just how much I used to suck back then. Okay, let's see. Render animation.
Fuck my life.
Don't say
Yeah.
that. You're still good at sucking.
I see, we're both in the same... Oh wait, I got a Discord ping. By whom? Oh, by Made It. It's telling me that Made It doesn't want me to finish this video. And Timon replying, you don't count. Savage. Savage.
We have some opposition.
Honestly. Okay.
Well, fairness, Made It doesn't watch your videos.
That's
so,
one
it
hell
kinda
of a
doesn't
scary
count.
proton.
Sure.
I'm sorry.
You know what? I have an idea. Let's if we're going blasted past, let's do blasted past to the old thing I used to do when working on videos. There we go. Now I can work.
Holy shit.
I love this thing. I love this thing so much. There we go. This is ADHD live stream. Oh no, wait, nowadays people call it brain rot, don't they? There's a brain rot stream.
Oh no.
That's not brain, that's just brain damage already.
can you make it so that when someone talks, they vibrate or something? Well, I would, but then we need to get like consent of everyone here. We would need to, we need to check for minors as well. That's a thing, you know. Sending the machinery to everyone also would be a pickle. Sounds actually like
Also,
a...
like our name, like the little Discord images light up if we speak. So
No, but I like the idea of when someone talks, they vibrate, you know? I like that idea.
I
I mean, it is a
personally,
good idea.
I personally
I
advocate.
wouldn't mind vibrating.
I personally advocate for spinning, like at ludicrous speed.
oh yeah, I like that too.
There, I just
I
bought a
would
grandma.
change my profile picture on Discord for that reason specifically.
So you can
True.
speak.
Yes, to the frog I have as a as YouTube profile picture.
Nice.
Just see that little boy rotate. Get the angular momentum.
We should make a 3D thingy of our profile pictures so that the thing can rotate.
But with 3 dimensions, you have way more angles of rotation. Which do you pick?
All of them.
At the same time.
Originally high quality spinning rat.
Make it, have you done a CPS test? Oh wow, that's good. That's not good, that's just called cheating. That's I would like to mention. My highest was 13.4. Yeah, but I cheated. That's the difference between us.
Of course.
Am I dumb? What is a CPS test?
Clicks per second test.
Ah,
And I just got 14 clicks per second. But once again, that's because I
like
I
cheated.
hear clicks per second. What did I miss?
I was just clicking cookie clicker.
He's just clicking a lot.
I love how one comment just, you know, casually recommends buying a grandma.
No, you haven't?
I
It's a
mean,
great investment,
Within
you know.
context, that's totally fair. Without, however,
Just why? Why? Wait, oh, that's why it happened. Oh, fuck. Oh,
oh, not the atom.
oh, the atom. It's broken. Let's drop it down to 16. Let's see how it works.
It's broken.
Not the bees.
I will
What
know.
happened?
How long will it take? Let's see. Per frame. Drop it down to 5 seconds. That's better. That's times 30. 2.5 minutes. Fun fact, an electron has a wavelength. It's not really fun. Because that's just a model. You
How
can
is
say that
fun?
you can say that anything has a wavelength if you use if you make up a sufficiently just on drugs model for it.
no, literally everything has a wavelength according to quantum mechanics. Like
Yeah,
you and
once
I as
again,
people
it
have
has a-
wavelengths, like
It has, yeah, as I mentioned, according to the model. Like, you can make a model for anything to say anything. It's not very fun
According
unless you
to our
explain
laws
the
of
model.
aviation, B has a wavelength.
Hello everyone, welcome to another Cookie Clicker playthrough. Fun fact, I used to actually, I did do Cookie Clicker streams in the past. Back when I was working on a video. And at the very end, I had this thing where I would just, every single day, go working for like 14 to 16 hours, and I started the stream every single time when I was so fucking tired, and so I was like, fuck it, cookie clicker time. It was like an hour-long stream of me just clicking cookies.
Damn.
Maximize the cookie clicker. We need to see it in its full glory. Actually, I could set it up like this. Hold on.
You know, back in the Shinto era, I clicked cookies with the Emperor of China.
What's up with you and like historical jokes today?
Back
Theo? I
in
don't-
my day. Yeah.
Make it, you should make 2 live streams simultaneously. One is streaming Blender, one is streaming Cookie Clicker.
No, there we go. I fixed it. There. Now it's proper good. Now we have sufficient brain rot.
God. Need family like clips on the other side.
Yeah, and Subway Surfers on the bottom. Itty, could you do us a Discord stream of Minecraft so that I can also add your Minecraft stream at the bottom?
Wait. I'm
We
missing
need-
something.
We need.
I'm concentrating.
Oh no, we need everyone here to start a Discord stream, and we need to somehow
need
combine them
stimulation.
together. Yes.
We could do this.
Stimulation.
I mean, I can do that.
At last, stimulation.
Back in my day, people just used to do drugs, you know.
Simulation.
Honestly, we didn't have any of that fanciest internet BS. We just did drugs, and that was all the simulation we needed.
God.
Kids these days, honestly.
Back in my
Unbelievable.
day, we forced the ducks to eat fermented fruit, and then we cooked them.
Oh my god, do I keep fucking this up? I'm fine, whatever. I'll fix this in editing.
Alright, make it. We're both streaming Minecraft.
I'm not actually gonna do it
Make
because
it
I have some self-respect.
Overlay.
If you move my other account in here, I can stream Satisfactory.
I
That's-
can stream Deep Rock Galactic.
We're not doing this, okay? That was a joke. I'm not.
No,
We're
it's
not
not
doing a
nice
brain rot
weapon.
stream.
No,
Nah.
at this
Think
point,
about it.
you
It would be
have
funny though. You know?
Just
Yeah.
import every stream at 50% transparency and then multiply the overlays together to one super game.
Oh God.
This is noise. My favorite stimulation.
I'm speedrunning epilepsy.
I don't know, it would be just for the fun of it, like you wouldn't even be able to see like half of it because it would be in
Is
so
that what counts as fun nowadays? Not being able to see? Okay.
Yeah.
That's called fun,
I mean, in a way, you know.
you know? Just lose
You can see
sight.
how everything sucks.
knows what's going on inside the atom. We have there.
You sacrifice the ability to perceive. It's called enjoying. Enjoying your life.
Damn.
it would really be funny, and I've already started. Like both of us have already started streaming.
It would be funny, that's true. Can't really deny that.
But maybe I should.
Actually, I can deny that.
Can you?
Yeah.
Based on what?
Besides, why would I need any proof for denying? Clearly, you've never seen politics. on the libtard with facts and logic. This entire file is such a mess.
Also, yeah, I decided to shut up because like I've already convinced you to.
Exactly, I'm
do
already doing something
right?
for you, right? Just jeez.
Yes, do more.
Well, it's actually true. A neutron is just a proton and electron combined. Well, I mean, I get your argument with the, what's it called? The alpha, beta, gamma decay. Is that the name? Jeez, my brain isn't working right now.
Yeah,
I get your argument, but
basically.
that's not a great way to think about it, Italian mapper, because that's more of a way to create a neutron. I
The
wouldn't.
answer is yes, but also no.
You're right, but fuck you and shut up.
No, because I mean, I get your argument there, but you shouldn't really think about it this way simply because it's more about the way the weak interaction turns it into a neutron, not creating a neutron itself. I know, I started quantum last month. Fair
It's
point, then.
essentially
That's actually closer to nuclear physics. Nuclear physics obviously being known as, you know, people who want to do quantum mechanics but don't have the spine for it.
Yeah, I did just study.
Oh,
this
holy shit, you
thing.
did start learning nuclear physics. I'm so sorry, Timon. I forgot.
Yeah, I started learning it this semester, and I learned this very specific topic yesterday.
Whoops, sorry about that.
But regardless, let's go.
It just hit me after I said it that
looking
time.
up the Feynman diagram, because that thing tells you more than just 2 in, 2 out, or 2 in, 1 out.
The
think
Feynman
it's
diagrams,
actually
it goes into the groups of like things that chemists are unusually proud of, considering it's just about visualizing stuff. It goes right there next to brackets. Feynman diagrams.
Electron-proton collision.
Immoral, I study physics.
Yeah, but you know, flavors, material science and nuclear physics.
Yeah, well, I don't
Flavors
really
matters
have
because physics is a bit too general.
Yeah, but I study like physics in general for now, but yeah, I wanna go for material science when I get.
Well, I mean, no,
get the
because
chance.
physics, that's still a bit too general. Physics, that could make people think that you're still studying like classical engineering.
Like I did like yes.
Do you do engineering? Like classical
like, not
mechanics?
engineering, but
Exactly.
yes, I had. I did have courses in classical mechanics. Like I have not specialized yet.
Yes,
in
classical
anything,
mechanics,
like,
but what about engineering?
but engineering is not physics. It's engineering.
I mean, engineering. Okay, what
But,
about
like-
anything relating to electricity?
I did study that too. Like I'm in the most general physics course possible. It's as general as physics gets. I study a bit of everything. Like material science is the thing I wanna get into later on, but I didn't have the opportunity to do so yet.
I don't have enough energy to argue with you right now. I'm just gonna drink my coffee and work on the video.
Literally, that's the name of the
You
course.
did study
physics.
everything, which means you are like, you know,
Neutrons and
Like-
good at precisely nothing.
Like I'm literally dropping this entire thing because it's just too general physics and too much everything that is physics.
At least
And,
you're gonna be good at the specific physics, I guess.
I sure hope so. Well, it's actually not that I wanna be good at. It's that I wanna be good at not only. I don't wanna be really good at like here. I would get really good at physics, but I wanna be moderately good at physics and moderately good at chemistry. So I
Why?
can get into material science.
And how did that go for you so far?
Not so good. Why?
Just asking out of curiosity.
Like I chose the general physics and I realized that it's like way too general for me, so I'm switching.
Bless you!
Yeah.
Bless you! I don't know who's sneezing, but I still.
That's my background noise.
Yeah, well. Still, I stand by what I said.
Bless your dog.
But yeah, just finding out where exactly you want to go. I started out with studying chemistry like in the science direction, and later figured that
Ended up studying it in the romantic
actually,
direction.
teaching is way more fun.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
Don't care.
I think
True.
every scientist here had like a minor or major like change of career path at some point. Like
Well, I hope they
that
haven't
is-
had a minor, but I mean, yeah. Go on.
Whoa.
For the sake
yeah,
of
like,
keeping my YouTube career.
like both Reblox and Remco started with doing physics and math together, and yeah.
My goodness gracious, Flame started with physics. Flame
Wait,
Flame
I
used to
didn't
be
even know
terrible at
that.
chemistry. Yeah, Flame used to be terrible at chemistry. Absolutely
wait.
awful.
Flame and I have more in common than I thought.
Like
because-
Flame, that's a Flame mentioned that on stream so many times, where basically he like wouldn't pass because of chemistry.
Whoa.
But then and then he just did
Whoa.
physics, and because of a sheer accident, he got enrolled in a class that's like both chemistry and physics, physical chemistry-ish something. I don't remember the story perfectly, so I don't want to mislead anything here. But that's the rough idea, and basically like. And because of that, he's just started doing more and more chemistry. Because it turns out that chemistry, more advanced chemistry, is leaning more and more into quantum mechanics.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping to get out when I do this. So I actually understand the chemistry plus the underlying physics, because like I feel like in chemistry I would just understand chemistry, and physics I would just understand the underlying physics. But I need the two combined. I want the two combined to be happy in life.
I wouldn't pass. I don't get that. Am I not like transcoded enough to understand that joke?
Passing
yeah.
is a thing in, you know.
Wait, what's
If
passing?
you, passing is if you are perceived as the gender you want to.
Oh, okay. I just
You
okay. I
feel
knew
like-
that. I didn't know there was a trans term.
Yes.
Because I had that like, oh yeah, I would like, for example, people told me that I would pass for a serial killer. Like,
Yeah, in a similar vein with the passing, but not, you know.
I once
I
had
thought you
to.
talked about smash and pass, as you wouldn't fuck them, you know?
No,
Yeah,
explicitly not that.
I once had to explain to
Okay.
a very very securely gay person. I had to explain to them the concept of a beard because
What?
one of the do anyone
Like not just the physical beard, but the concept of a beard. You had to start with category theory.
What do you mean concept of a beard?
What?
you don't know what a beard is?
I mean, I do neither. Do tell me what it is.
That was a beard, yeah, sure.
In the gay,
At this
I
point,
am,
I'm not sure anymore.
I am disappointed in you all. I am disappointed in you all completely. 510. PS the cover. Hi, the Tefta. Would you like to join us on the
Hello.
stream again? Would you like to join us again? This time on stream. This is. Timon, I don't like what you roped me into.
Would you
Uh,
like to join us live
what?
and in color?
You.
Thanks so a bit of the straight person. There we go. Theft knows. My goodness, you are all of you are so gay and you don't know this. This is unbelievable.
I'm glad.
We are so in Egypt. We are so in denial.
Oh yeah, I actually heard that term before.
Nice.
Tune in next week for the next episode of Terrible Jokes and Even Worse Puns with Make It and
Yes.
Theo.
I'm in Spain right now, but the S is silent.
About
We started with. I'm playing the finals. One of them I'll join. Oh, that's great. We started with like a couple of minutes of just of spice puns.
God. Why?
Normal shit on a what is it? Thursday evening.
Exactly.
I'm still working for 40 minutes. I'm still working 40 minutes technically at work about multitasking. I get it. Right now I'm technically working. You can't see me, but I'm doing air quotes because I'm actually playing Cookie Clicker.
Of course you are.
Well, it's either Cookie Clicker or Paint Drying Simulator, right?
Uh-huh.
Not the protons, the neutrons, and the electrons.
Oh, this already looks so much cleaner and better.
And the electrons. We don't care about the neutrons. We don't care about the neutrons, only protons and electrons this time, and we don't care. We don't,
There we go.
Also make it. Why do you keep your like
don't care about the
like
neutrons,
the
only protons and
icon
electrons.
view? Like wouldn't the list
don't care
view
about
would be? Or should I then just not question the process?
Can you start
What-
again,
what's the
Tywin?
question? Can you do
Tywin,
again?
can you start again? Because I'll be honest with you, you lost me a while ago.
Oh
So
no.
when you have your files at Premiere Pro and you have it in the thing thingy icon view and not in list view, and isn't it annoying that you see a way less files and just random icons instead of more files and the actual names of the files and
You mean
building?
this?
No,
do you mean
I
this?
mean
Oh, the big icons instead of the
Or
list
do you mean
view.
this?
Hold up, there are two guests here. Yes, I mean that.
The Premiere, Blender, or File Explorer? Which one?
Premiere.
This in the corner. Well, I don't really use this in the corner.
How do you not use that?
Easy. I just input stuff manually, like by hand from File Explorer, and then that's it. Like you can see that I haven't used it yet, and I've already got this much done. This much I've done without using it in the slightest. I mean, I do sometimes use it, but not often. Alright, time for the neutron to piss off and disappear.
That's what neutrons do.
Can you make positron disappear like that too?
Whoa, uncalled for, honestly. Mean. Someone kill him now.
Mods beat him with hammers.
Nuclear reactor essentially is just a piss off reactor. And if something goes awry, you're like, ah, piss. That's
I
canon.
mean, that's why it's called uranium.
This is dumb.
Okay, that's a good one. God damn it.
Timon, you're invited to our puns party.
Yay!
Hyman was here from the beginning. These
Let's go to
ones.
Paint Drying
God damn it, I
Simulator right now. Well, Paint Drying Simulator is what's happening full screen. This is Paint Drying Simulator. It's only there because it's rendering. It's just if you just us watching paint dry. Let me actually speed it up twice again because this is ridiculous. We don't need this high of a quality. It's just balls. And we've all seen balls.
You're
in our
correct.
life. Like, let's
That
be
is
real.
balls. These are in fact 3 balls.
on the screen.
3 balls. That's which is normal, despite what my doctor thinks.
That's not hard. You should have two of them.
You have the 2 equally sized left and center, and then the right one is a bit smaller. That's just like in real life.
I see.
How do you pronounce the broccoli? That's how I pronounce the broccoli.
The broccoli.
The broccoli, yes.
Why don't you remove Theo's background like how you did with Timon and Max? How do you know that name? That's how do you know that name?
Oh my god.
That is not.
Called out live
God.
on
You've
stream.
talked
No
about
way.
Max before. You've talked about Max so many times now.
Today I learned.
That is. It's called an elf, okay? Now, you should do a deep dive on what happens when paint dries for a short. I'm already doing deep dive on the concept of electricity.
Aren't you doing a deep dive in every topic of physics?
Well, slowly. Eventually we'll get there. The deep dive of quantum mechanics took me however many episodes. Hi,
Hi,
Ditha! Hi! The episodes. Fudge off.
I didn't want to say it. But yeah, remove my background. Like my entire field of study,
Yeah.
my entire life, the previous 20 years.
I like the idea of
Eradicate me.
I like the idea of me changing your profile picture so that it's just like you close the bow tie and I just remove your head and neck as well.
Yes. That's just me. How I live and love.
It's me, the evil bow tie. I found me again at last.
Fun fact, this bow tie has a print of music notes on it, and none of those are playable. I mean, you could
What?
try, but it does not make any sense whatsoever from a musical standpoint.
What do you mean?
I found the fabric in a store and thought, oh, that's pretty. Bought 20 centimeters of it to, sew a bow tie. And then realized, oh, wait. Happens. At least the math fabric has actually functioning
Nice.
trigonometry.
That is
on it.
wrong. That is wrong because trigonometry is never functioning.
Grr.
Hi,
Also,
Tefta.
there, Tefta.
No, I just realized Tifta jumped because Immortal said it because I have Cookie Clicker covering the the OBS.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi, it's going pretty well. I'm doing the video that I stopped doing 8 months ago. Took me long enough.
It's my fault.
Actually, Make is actually working and procrastinating at the same time.
Yeah, I am incredible multitasking. I am working,
Isn't he always doing
procrastinating.
that?
I am working, procrastinating, and not working all at the same time.
Which makes me wonder if you are trying to procrastinate and then fail at it.
The great paradox of life.
What? Do you implode?
If you
Sounds like a win.
if you fail at
Keep
procrastinating,
double
do you
procrastinating.
procrastinate?
I mean, that's a workaholic thing to like try to procrastinate and fail.
Alrighty. Those.
I actually think recently the way I'd been having trouble with finishing the video that you've seen on the Patreon preview, I think that might be actually good for my workaholism because it's making me like less able to focus solely on work,
The neutrons on the
and it's forcing me to actually
Care
rest,
about the neutrons on the
which is good for me.
electrons
I'm curing it.
In
I'm finally
peace.
curing it.
this time, and we don't
I
really even
fully
care about
lagged
them
out. I
either.
did
The
not hear
electrons
what
this
you
time,
said.
and we don't really even care about them either. Only about their
Don't you have a stream?
I said that the fact that I've been struggling so much with finishing the video, the one that's, a preview on Patreon, is good for my workaholism because it's forcing me to actually rest up and focus on other things.
Nice.
Right.
Your fucking health. Health.
Oh, I am so unbelievably consistent.
Are you now?
Yeah, I've just been like making the animations the logical way I would normally do it with a random, not random lengths, only I have a system. And I've got to the exact same animation at the exact same time as I was supposed to. as like past make it
Nice.
from 8 months ago has gotten.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Because I'm just so consistent. You know, we don't want this to explode like crazy. We do want this to explode like sane.
Oh yeah, only like, you know.
Editing
Regular type of
keyframes is
explosion.
so maddening in... I overuse the word maddening in recent times. Just lack of vocabulary, I suppose. FCAF, like this.
Trista, you still here?
No, I left.
Oh my god. Listen, your fucking base is built on top of this disk. How is it not picked up yet? Can you fucking explain this?
What?
Explain my base.
Look where I am. Like, look where you are. You're like, I'm like below you.
Oh,
Yes,
There's this
Yeah.
right here and it's
Running.
not picked up. How? How are you fucking playing like this? I hate you. I hate all of you stands for.
Why are you so like being
So,
this
like-
aggressive about online games? I understand, but about Satisfactory,
Listen.
So mad
it's
for no reason.
satisfactory.
What's happening?
That game is made to be played to rest. What?
It's
You-
dissatisfactory now.
Go to it.
Anger.
I get my satisfaction from being a hater. Leave me.
That's
please.
not even a therapist or a psychologist. Go to a psychiatrist at this point.
Uh-huh.
Honestly,
He-
it's
I
worrying.
Welcome back.
I mean, no, it will work, but seriously, you've built your entire base like on top of a fucking disk and didn't pick it up. Like, come on.
On top of a what?
Fucking
disk drive.
Crash dropship was like right below your
Oh,
base entire
I was
time.
leaving it for one of the MAMs thing to upgrade.
Or you can
I knew I'd
leave
need
it
it
in your
later.
inventory, you know, or like in a chest.
Well, you guys would probably steal it for some weird reason.
I
So I
said
left it there.
right as Catman is stealing it.
Yeah, exactly. See, so you took it.
You haven't picked up anything around your entire fucking area, like, you know.
Yeah,
I don't need
Also-
to.
Also, like, you're telling you don't trust me. Hello, you fucking disconnected my fucking base from power to save power for your own base.
you
know?
don't trust me, Catman. You're literally right now stealing disk that Tefta was saving up.
Yeah.
I
How was it
wonder
possible?
why.
Was it in his chest? No, it was in a fucking disk findable location. You know, 101.
You really, Catman. You really need, like, at least therapy, at the very least.
Please.
Yeah, but I got aluminum stuff for you guys, and I automatically set it to go to
Oh my
group chat.
Bro,
that's
So you
good.
guys shouldn't be
we
complaining.
don't. You're already in tier 8. Like, fucking. You're playing this game to fucking finish it in 3 days. Like, come on.
Well, isn't that how games are made usually? That, like, you play to finish them.
But that's the fun bit. You don't get to
Well,
build
yeah,
some
but
of the
it's
cool
like-
stuff until you
It's
get
a
it.
server. Listen, but it's a server, and there are other people playing the
Me too.
server who would probably prefer to wait a bit, you know?
No, they're just playing it wrong.
You'll make
Or maybe
me
they don't have that
need
much
to.
time to play it.
Tefta's literally at work right now. What do you?
I'm
Honest-
multitasking.
Make it. How many volts do you think you could survive
I'm
being
gonna leave you this
electrocuted
one,
by?
okay? The one above you. We should probably. I'm gonna leave this one. You can keep this fucking disc.
Make it. How many volts do you think you could survive being electrocuted by? Can you really die just due to volts? I think you need some.
It's
don't
not
think
the
you
walls
can.
that kill you.
Yeah,
Really
I
different.
could survive any in that case if I have full control over the
You can
environment.
survive
But
any,
I,
survive any
but the
upgrade, you can
highest-
survive any
the highest voltage
you
I
know,
have
like,
survived.
everyone's-
The highest voltage I have survived was 230, alternating current from my outlet. That's the highest I have survived.
Oh my god.
It tingled.
Um,
It was fun
How
because
long? That's long.
because I got shot on the left hand, and I just felt it going through my
Ramp.
entire body to my right hand and to my legs.
how did that happen?
I was when I was working on the acids video.
Of course.
When I was setting up the electrodes, I
Why
had
am I
the
not surprised?
DC.
I've seen that fucking video.
Yeah, I had the DC power supply, and with that DC power supply, when I was soldering it, it had no cover, because why would it? And it kind of fell on my hand a bit when it was plugged
this
in.
just shows how long that video took, because like you told me this story when I very first joined live stream, and you told this as an ancient history, and me joining
You
here
know,
first
passage
is
of time
ancient
is a
history too.
thing, you know? Like,
Today is a very nostalgia-driven stream, though, because we are. Well, I am working on the video. When I enter, make it stops working, goes back to gaming. That's on you, Quasar. You are an enabler, all right? You are an enabler. Because recently, whenever you've been joining in and I've stopped working and went back to gaming, I was either playing on your Minecraft server or on your Satisfactory server, okay? That's on you. You are enabling my bad behavior. Makes you just as guilty.
it's all Quasar's fault, actually.
I hope you are satisfied. I am kind of, but
A
there's
lot of
one
us need
problem.
therapy.
I do have a bit of a problem that the server is lagging whenever I try to use my pulse obelisks, which is a shame because it's my favorite item in the game. And it's making it
Yeah,
really
no.
difficult to jump.
It's not just a noble, it's like every explosive. Don't worry.
Yeah, but with pulse obelisks it's especially difficult because I break my jumps using them.
Oh.
Like, there we go. That, for
You can
example, require
implement
jump is
jetpack
difficult.
already. We are way past jetpack technology thanks to fucking Turfta, the speedrunner.
Why are you complaining that Turfta is giving you free stuff?
Oh, I wanna be useful to the factory. I cannot, because he's like fucking ages above me.
Like,
Have
oh
you
my
considered
goodness!
that different people play games at different paces? And some
Correct.
people
That
just
doesn't work
enjoy
if you play.
being fast. You do
Listen.
not have to interact with them.
I am-
It's similar
this
as
is-
on a Minecraft server.
This is a co-op game. I am forced to interact with him. There is no other way.
Captain, this is
If you
wild.
feel like
Listen,
it's
I'm
a
not saying Minecraft is always about because it's a fucking, you know, multiplayer game. This is a team game. I am like, you know, by
if you
definition,
feel
I
like you're
interact with
forced to interact with someone, then just don't play that game with them. If you don't wanna play with them,
Shut
that's
up,
so
you never
easy.
play. You don't know how this game fucking works. Why are you even talking?
Yeah, why are you talking?
Honestly,
That's a
Cameron's
bigger
making the
question.
stream much more entertaining.
It's like a reality TV show right now.
Yeah.
So opera.
Yeah, I mean it's entertaining until it gets, you know.
Until it gets, I agree.
Until I get.
Well, I mean, it is a working stream anyway, so the game is just a sideshow, obviously. There are so many
My
dismantled.
factory isn't optimized at all. It's pretty slow.
Which one?
The big one that I actually have computers automated.
Yeah, I know.
Supercomputers automated.
Oh, that's good.
But yeah, and it's going to the group chat so that way we can take the resource, but it's
Have we-
super slow.
Have we
But
upgraded
I
the
figured
group chats in a while? Because we should have a lot of mesospheres.
I have like. No, use all of them.
No.
yeah, we have 3 stacks now. And then I use one. I actually got some Mercer spheres
Yeah.
to automate. I think pulse or the explosive rebar, the aluminum clad
And
sheets.
Jack should upload
computers.
speed.
Yeah, I think that's what we should do now. We don't need more than 3 stacks. I don't think.
I have 7 spheres on me. Can you like upgrade something with that, or is that not enough?
Yeah, 7 is enough to upgrade 25% upload speed.
Okay, well,
And I was gonna actually
I'm throwing
probably
them
go
in.
searching more. Okay.
Go take them.
I'm gonna go look for some more Mercer spheres too.
Well, I'm searching because you've picked up 0 deals in your immediate area, even though you fucking built there apparently. So you know.
Jesus. Now I think about it, how does a 15-year-old know about Hilbert space and the wave function? Well, because I must be a very clever 15-year-old. That's how.
Back in my day when I was 15.
Back in your when I was your age, you know.
Yes. Back in my day, I sold medium grade copper. to poor, unsuspecting
Babylonians.
Babylonians. I don't think Inertia actually interacted with Babylonians.
I'm fucking glad that meme has gotten so large for no
Or-
fucking reason.
Wasn't that like North Africa with Inertia?
What? What's the
I mean, yeah, the cultures
103.
were. Damn,
Oh, I still
I'm
haven't lost it.
forgetting. I'm
The copper
forgetting
guy
stuff already.
was definitely like fucking Babylon area. It was like fucking Persian shit.
Yes, but I mean, I think Inertia wasn't Babylonian himself.
Hmm. Yeah, it could be like from Ethiopia area too. Or
Yeah,
like-
yeah,
or like
something,
coast.
something in that corner. I have something is just wheeling in some of my brain creases as I have some weird information about this.
The fucking lore of, the first and the best scammer of all time.
Really even care about them either, only about their charge. Protons have positive charge, electrons have, protons have.
Okay, well this one is picked up at least.
But yeah, I did disconnect somebody's power because they were drawing more than they were generating.
Hello?
My power grid. Yeah.
Bruh. You can't just fucking build a giant power grid and then complain when nobody else is expanding it.
Well, I mean, Catelyn,
Well,
you are
but if you
complaining for
expand it,
getting
and
free
then you
stuff. I
took-
feel like.
Yeah. Well, the problem is my batteries were depleted, so then nothing ran. So then I had to take time in
You
order
just
to.
disconnect entire mine and fucking make it factory.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, mine
No,
should be
but
chilling.
also
Mine's
the coal.
generating.
Someone tapped into the coal, and the coal was actually a backup reservoir that I had in a double, thing. So we didn't even have the backup coal to run to restart the power.
That was probably on the call for, not being Mark II and fucking, boosted. To actually fill up the belt, Like the coal was barely coming or anyway.
Yeah, but the coal reserve was there for a reason, but someone tapped
Are
into
you
it.
telling me fucking a single car that run around the fucking factory in circles was enough to deplete the fucking entire power and put it onto the death spiral?
It did. Yeah.
That's
was the
so
culprit.
fucking funny.
Because it was just running, doing nothing. And I didn't know that it was being tapped into. So,
I
and the
didn't
whole
know my
power grid
shitty
went
little
down.
I didn't know my shitty little car also caused this either,
Catman, I would like you to realize how incredibly patient Turfta is with you, and you should like really be glad.
Do you
for
have
that.
to insert yourself into every discussion? Like, we're having a civilized fucking argument and you just have to say your word,
I like how civilized
nobody's been
argument.
talking to you.
Because usually it's a civilized discussion, not a civilized argument. So it's kind of funny the words that you use kind of make your mask slip a little bit there.
Okay,
That's
okay, okay.
the Freudian, the
I
Freudian
passed this
Listen.
over here.
sleep.
Listen,
Whoa.
listen, we don't have to say like that, okay,
Oh, there we go.
Didn't you make a video on like edginess?
Yeah, I did. I did make a video
Yeah,
about edginess a long time
because-
ago.
Yeah. Have
But-
you seen that one yet?
I don't think. I think
Everyone here?
it might not be public anymore,
I?
but I can recap it if you
Oh.
want.
Make it, do you think
You
I
should
am,
unlist it.
make it, do you think I am
No.
edgy? I am edgy or am I just edging?
The thing is, the point of the video of edginess was a bit about the irony of it all, where basically, it's a long time, I don't remember exactly how worded, but the basic idea was that people who wanted to be edgy wanted to seem cool, but in order to be cool, they had to stay within the norm, or at the very least, they had to pretend like they're going above the norm that's being broken. So if you want to be edgy, you at all times have to, make it seem as if you're breaking through the extremes of what's considered tame, but at the same time, as you're breaking through these extremes, you are expanding the overtone window of what's considered tame. So, you know, things that would be considered scandalous, right, 60 years ago, right now are considered normal because it's constantly moving forward. And so as such, it's always like moving forward, and people who are edgy. So for example, swearing used to be a big thing. Like when people swore, that used to be extremely crazy and ridiculous. And people who did swearing, like you would never expect someone who's swearing to be a serious person. But you know, right now, Catman can swear 7 different times in the same sentence, and it's not even a batting of an eye kind of thing, because it's always expanding going forward.
What's also interesting on that is that, like, for example, the word dumb used to just mean someone that couldn't speak, right? But it was like a medical term, but then people said that you're dumb and made it like a slanderous term. Then the medical people changed the word to something else, but every time they change the word, people misuse it, and then it becomes taboo to use that word.
Yeah,
like I think that's interesting. So society just moves over, and it's just like, because we're childish, all of our terms have to be rotated because they're used inappropriately by edgy people.
Swearing in some way language based? Like for example, I never swear in my native language. Like the hit's completely differently for me, you know. That's not the same. But like in English, you know, it's like normal. It's chill.
Well, it depends.
Like the English swears just don't land nearly as hard, you know, as like Polish ones.
Because once again, it all depends on normalization. It depends on what's your. So for example, okay, this is my. Let's go a bit more to the extreme. Like for example, no one here would be comfortable saying the N-word, right? At very least, I really fucking hope.
Yeah.
And so, as such, it's all about like the power we give to words. So the reason why no one is comfortable with saying it is because there is a huge social stigma around saying it, which is why no one ever says it, which just increases and so on and so forth. Then you have the edgy people. So for example, fuck, right? That used to be a big no-no, let's call it, but due to the edginess and, you know, the groundbreaking, it slowly has gotten normalized to the point where it lost its power, which means that's why, like in English, there aren't really any swear words that really would function well as swear words, because there has been a lot of research about even the purpose of swear words, where basically people just feel better after swearing. If you swear, for example, your pain endurance goes up, and so on and so forth. It's similar to yelling, like similar to why people yell. If you're yelling, then you know, you can endure greater pain and so on and so forth, because you're expressing like the negative feelings. And in the English language, just because of how many people use it, this just all gets accelerated. Because social performers, you know, want a greater audience, which is why using an English language would be better, and so on and so forth.
In
It's too
English,
good, but I'm used to, you know, I'm used to Polish more, like in swear wise. Like they just hit more, you know, in my brain. Because, you know, the swears are usually very different than in English.
It's a maybe, but I mean, I've seen that trend pretty reliably. F-word isn't quite as crazy as. Well, to be fair, it is something that's pretty difficult
Not
to.
anymore.
It is something that's pretty difficult to gauge in any way, because I mean, you would need to be a native English speaker and foreign speaker at the same time, which is pretty rough. Not many people are bilingual from the very start. Refinery, there it is. We don't have any copper sheet in the group chat, do we? Well, that's. We've reached the level of prosperity where if I want to create a refinery, I have everything except copper sheets, which is the cheapest thing.
We are missing a bunch of basic rules, like rods are not in the group set either.
10
And
motors,
then-
10 encased industrial beams, 30 steel pipes. I'm missing the copper sheets. This is hilarious.
Where's that Babylonian guy where we need him?
Well, we do have hover packs now.
So I comes back to energy.
Could someone pop in some copper sheets in the group chat? I'll be.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
do
also
make
put,
sure they are of
other
low
packs.
grade quality.
I will do my best to find the lowest.
That's a great meme. Uh-oh. Is that my internet or is that Tiftas? That might be mine. If
Easier to build.
I think, yeah, that is mine. Well, at least my Discord just jumped up to 5,000 milliseconds. Oh no. Okay, let's try again. There we go.
Okay.
And I'm back. That was just a quick death.
As you do.
Yeah, you know how it is. Reincarnation.
Never have I perished so fast.
Did you hear me make it? I have hover packs for you guys.
Oh yeah, I had that. That's great. I've never used the hover pack. Never gotten that far.
It's
Really?
Yeah,
useful
this is my
in
You don't-
factory.
first time. Let's see. Do you put it on your back? Okay, I see. Oh my goodness! You just hover. That makes sense.
You don't have to.
Oh, that's how you. Okay, so you just hover.
Yeah, it's like a jetpack, but in the factory. And you know, it hovers you.
Creative mode,
But
basically.
yeah, but yes, but for Archer Explorer, you still need the jetpack normal, you know one.
How is our grid doing, by the way? Do we need an expansion? Oh! I think that's maybe a yes. Our maximum consumption is twice
How come-
the... Okay.
It's,
another
my
thing
keyboard
about
button
me-
is stuck. It's making me just go up. The hover pack.
Your B button.
No, it was
you on
like
con-
stuck on making me go up. There we
Wait,
go.
you play on
My
controller?
keyboard's messed up. No.
Why is your B button the up button? What?
No, for some reason, I think it was just the server glitched, and it was sending me into space
Oh.
with the hover pack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have a. Nope. Yeah, it's doing it right now. I think
Quasar!
it's a server glitch.
Quasar! What's happening? How dare you with
Hey,
your
it's
free
free.
server that you gave us for absolutely no charge at all and are willingly maintaining even though I have given you nothing in return. How dare you?
Yeah, like it's making me go up.
I do feel
Holy
bad.
crap,
The
this-
like I was going to buy a server for $20 on Satisfactory, just have us play, but then Quasar just came around and willingly,
Wild Quasi appeared.
yeah, Wild Quasar appeared and just willingly gave us a server.
Radio control. Okay, so we need crystal oscillators.
Yeah. I have a bunch if you need them for something specific.
Well, we can get advanced aluminum production,
Uh,
so feel free to.
How many
but
do you
I
need?
can't-
I have 42.
50.
Well, I don't have enough then.
Okay, I have to take off this jetpack because. And you started scanning the hard drive, so because you took my hard drive and then scanned it, I had to wait 10 minutes before giving the upgrade,
I've left you one. Oh, this gun. Yeah.
right? Yeah, because it blocks all other upgrades.
Well, you didn't tell me to not, and also it's only 1 minute. So actually, it's 1 minute. You're lying.
60.
It was 10 minutes. Now it's
Well,
1 minute.
It's 10 minutes now, and only I will complain. Therefore, it's 1 minute.
I was just being patient for 9 minutes, and I
Okay,
lost
well,
it.
could have held to 1 minute more then, you know. You can.
Listen, Captain, I get that you think you're winning the argument, but this is really not a great, not a
Listen.
great look for you.
Listen, it's fun to argue. Can you?
Yeah, but I mean, the optics just aren't great on this. It's kind of like, you know, winning an argument against someone in a wheelchair after you complain that their wheelchair is blocking your view. Like, that sort of... Like, technically you
Or
won...
too squeaky. Your
Oh,
wheelchair is too squeaky.
yeah, it's like
Yeah,
technically
is that
one,
happening
but
to you
it's not
too?
really. It's like happening to me, yeah, right now.
Yeah. It just makes you go up for no reason.
You have to
Like, it's
press
not supposed to do that.
you have to press spacebar for it to realize that you want to go up this time, and then you have to double C to turn it off.
Your research is done, sir. You can now start the new one.
Catman rock and roll.
Catman rock and roll arc.
We're getting so many insider jokes on the server so far. That's good. I'm glad that we're developing into more and more of a cult. I mean, culture.
Yeah, cult is the first few letters in culture.
Society.
I assure you that
Like, people who don't know rock and roll want to get this joke.
Anyway, dear Lord Turfta, am I allowed to continue with my disc research?
Yeah, go right ahead. I was just helping you. You asked me to upgrade the speed. So I was actually just complying with your request.
Yes, it was my request.
Yeah.
No, this.
Third ma'am here? No. Okay, well, I have to fucking wait then.
Alright. I'm getting us some more power because we clearly and very desperately need it.
Oh,
do we?
yeah.
I thought I had 4,000.
I mean, our maximum consumption is around a bit over 10,000. If I saw it correctly.
Yeah, my expansion had to wait because I didn't realize
Our
I had
maximum
one more
consumption is
electricity.
twice the amount of capacity.
Well, yeah, but
over
we're not,
twice.
we're not using it, are we? You know?
Well, we may not be using the maximum consumption, but still, it's... I feel like if we want safe power, then by definition we would
Yeah.
want... We'd want to have it above maximum consumption, or at the very least near the maximum consumption.
Unless you put sync next to every second third task fucking factory, you know, we don't have maximum consumption.
But I feel like we do want the factories to keep running. No, it's kind of the big deal of Satisfactory.
Well, yeah, of course.
Hopefully. We have lots of batteries. I put like 25 on my section.
Yeah, that we did. Release from that.
This...
Should be a buffer just in case. We're gonna need it when we need particle accelerators. But the coolest, what's really fun is when we get to synthetic power shards. Because then we just literally have unlimited power shards. So everything can be tweaked, optimized.
Are you putting your power shards in fucking everything though?
Why not? Speed, efficiency.
I think we still have to get next tier. So we still have to get 100 nuclear pasta.
yeah.
Okay,
That's gonna take a crap tower.
is
So we
polymer...
will need to work together to get phase 4.
Is polymer resin worth anything?
No.
Not really. You can make cloth with it. When we start to do nuclear stuff, we are going to need to generate some automatic filters for our hazmat suits. And that's about the only thing it's used for.
No, I was just
So
planning
it
to
would
feed
be
it to the
good to
sink.
have...
Yeah, it is.
There we go.
But it's not like a. Pair mapping, like. It's by per.
How much is it making? 40
Yes,
per
fuel. Like, that would be
minute.
nice for jetpack time.
40 per minute.
No.
Oh, of course I'm always missing motors. What am I thinking? Why am I even going around pretending as if I'll ever not miss
I can
motors?
send you some.
Oh,
I have a bunch.
motors? No, there should be some in the group chat.
They are now because I'm sending them.
Be a bunch. I'm
You're not
sending some
uploading
too.
your.
I thought I automated it.
Well, they're not being uploaded.
Now
though.
fast?
Oh no.
They're not? Okay. I thought they were. I'm gonna find another Mercer's Feet. Automatically.
I'm on a mission.
I see there's no train admiration at the moment. Oh no, the entire time I was riding the train here, I was thinking, man, what a good looking train. Trains in this game are just something truly.
For
As-
some reason, the tubes have been breaking too. So like, the pipes have been breaking, and I haven't. The only way to figure them out is if you put like a motor where it shows like where the water will flow, it will be stopped at a certain point. So it's good to check on your anything that has pipes attached to it, because those have been kind of messing up on the server.
No, I
You
hate.
might to visit a gynecologist if your tube is not working.
I hate pipes as they are in the game. I don't want them to get even worse. Pipes are already terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they're pretty awful.
How much do they take?
Make
Oh,
it out there hating already the notion and concept of pipes.
I really, trains are the best and pipes are the worst.
Well, I agree. There is something to that.
Honestly, when I find the developer who added pipes to this game, they will not be pleased. I'll write them a
Just the
strongly
thought
worded
of hollow
email.
cylindricals just fills me with spite and disdain.
The cylinder is stuck. What?
Oh, they take 20 per minute? Jeez, that's oh my. Oh my, why haven't we made more power this way earlier on? This is
Yeah, no, that's what I use to make power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are pretty good.
Those are way better than the Coke.
I mean, I'm still gonna have the coke running because, you know, plastic, but so each refinery can handle 2 of these. Oh, I might have a thing run of power.
These are computers. I might not have computers uploaded instead, but
What?
and do motors instead. So, that will work. There we go. Now motors is automated at least.
About took us long enough.
Well, I mean, uploaded to the cloud because I already had them automated, but
Yeah.
now computers aren't, but the supercomputers are. So we'll have to make
Why
your
do
own
we
computers.
need supercomputers?
Well, we're
Okay.
gonna need them.
The Babylonian sheets are still not automated.
Yeah, get on it.
Okay,
I am exploring, sir.
Well, explore faster.
Do it.
You're failing.
Oh my god, this dude.
Yeah, when you
With
bring up
correction.
problems and not solutions.
that annoying moment when you bring up a
Yeah.
problem and someone asks you to actually fix it yourself.
Yeah. I do need to make this copper more efficient.
Well,
Damn you, Theo! My brain goes to a single meme every single time now anyone mentions copper.
It's a good move.
Alright, there we go. Okay, so
Yeah,
my power
It's
plant
the
now.
curse with which I plague the land. Ancient complaints.
yeah.
Okay, my power plant may not be the most beautiful thing out there, but
They don't need to be.
it did increase our capacity by 2,000 megawatts.
Meh.
Awesome.
And we're also getting some free coupons. Because I'm shredding all the resin.
How come
Yeah,
the
it's further.
quick wire is slowed down?
What? I mean, it doesn't upload very fast. I need a lot of it usually now.
Yeah, surprisingly, that's a bottleneck in my factory right now.
Do we have any nuclear power?
I don't
No.
think we're gonna get it till we get advanced aluminum production, because that allows us to make the components we need to. Yeah, so we can't yet. TLDR, we can't. At the...
Oh, I see.
I did you get some recipes for button aluminum. I think. Maybe, I don't know.
You guys know better than I do. I don't use alternate
Yeah,
these very frequently.
you are a disappointment to humanity for that, you know?
Yeah, I can't do everything.
You know, I have this one alternate for like easier motors. It makes like rotors make the same, made basically the same as stators. Could we that one list?
Yeah?
Yeah. What would I know?
This one, and
Thanks to stop leave. Is this one?
Oh,
Nope.
what happened with the
What?
on my like oil factory, the one with I'm
I
sorry,
didn't touch it.
what happened here? How did I not notice that before? Next to
What
my
happened?
petroleum coke generator, there's like a big, really big.
Oh yeah, that's me.
What is this?
I was making new oil stuff, but I had to stop because I was missing like one recipe.
Wait,
I
but
need to look for
what is this?
New oil, and also new fuel at some point, too.
But there's no
Basically,
oil
heard of
near this.
you
Because
heard of oil? Well,
I need a recipe for residue because it's all fucking residue based, and I don't have that recipe.
No, because no. What I mean is that you build this whole thing for oil, but there is no oil.
Well,
The
I
oil is.
haven't hooked it up yet, okay?
hello.
I just put like above water because I'm running like a million fucking water in it too. So I just build it like right above like water playing, you know? Hook it up next.
Do it.
Hi there, Roblox.
Hello.
I already relax. What's popping in the math world?
Oh damn it! The hover thing just. Oh, I hate the hover thing so much.
What?
It just
Shit.
glitched my jump with the nobelisks.
You don't have to noble them, you just hover.
No, because it was too slow. I couldn't catch my train, so I tried to jump nobelisks,
God.
but it just cancelled my jump. I was so terrible. Thankfully, I have incredible gamer skill, so I managed.
You don't have gamer skill, you have gay skills, that's a bit different.
Is your screen name on something?
Thank you.
Negative charge. Now, because opposites attract
I know
the
this
same
will attack.
repel, this causes protons to move. This causes protons to want to move as the same repel. This
300.
300 cigarettes.
this causes protons to
Smoke a day.
This causes protons to want to move as far away from each other as possible.
Okay, so now gonna automate the port. So is your video about Satisfactory Make It that you're
Yes, exactly. I can try to walk it in there. I could manage.
no,
I've already done it with oxygen not included, okay? I've already managed to make a video that wasn't about oxygen not included, about oxygen not included. So I could manage with this as well. My hover pack keeps sending me to space.
yeah. Yeah, mine too.
Like, I like this thing, I really do, but I am going to take it off. This is... Thefta, I appreciate all the hard work you've put into it, but that thing is so broken.
You can just switch to jetpack, you know? Use that instead.
No, I prefer jumping.
But you can jump with jetpack and hover to maintain momentum.
Maybe. But that's too easy.
No? Oh my god, the fucking puritan gamer. He needs to have fucking difficulty in his games.
It's not fun without difficulty. How am I supposed to play Doom
But
Eternal
we
on a...
made our own difficulties by playing the game not as intended.
Back in my day, you had
Trying
to build your own
defeat
first game.
bosses in reverse order. Not picking up heart containers.
Come back to your fucking Skeletron fight, you know? 20 attempts in.
I've beaten Skeleton.
Where you want
Hello, whom?
difficulty.
Hello, who?
Skeletron. You don't know last Skeletron?
I love this workbench thing. I really do. I like the design of it. So yeah, we doable in real life. But that's what we need in life. Portable workbenches like these. You need
Actually, one of the
something heavy.
inventions I'm working on is
Thirsta,
actually like a-
you're gonna like me. I found them. I found them oscillators. I need to find them in my inventory now.
awesome. Yeah, then we
Put
can
them
get
in.
the advanced aluminum production. I just made a super long conveyor belt for no reason.
Have you thought of
You-
trains? They're like conveyor
Yeah.
belts, but better.
They're expensive compared to
They
very
are not.
long conveyor belt.
But I think there's space expensive to put stations in and whatnot.
Yay, my next private lesson with Remco is gonna be this Sunday.
Yay.
Okay, well. Invite them maybe to dinner first. Invite them to dinner first.
It's got them relativity classes.
Yeah, and yoga too.
I'm glad that Remco is like actually doing stuff to make Timon's Patreon worthwhile, and so I don't have to do anything. That's good. Or I can have people working for me for absolutely nothing in return. Something capitalism. I don't know. I'm just do physics. Actually, this would be better if it was delayed. There we go. I don't hate this.
Yeah.
Timon, about that, over hour-long video, right? You will be happy to
yes.
know that I've already finished 21 seconds of it.
Great.
Hell yeah.
Only like, the rest to go. Like 1/3% finished.
I mean, if we keep up at that pace, going on with the bet, Timon still would win despite you working on it.
Yeah.
Which is not great. But at least you worked on it.
I just need my caffeine pills. Don't worry. Like when I'll be 1 week away, I'll hop back onto my caffeine pill strategy, and then we'll see who's the champion.
Polyadrus just lives inside your
And
walls.
can someone tell me who's in VC? From left to right: Catman, Make It, Itty, Timon, Theophas. I don't remember that guy. No one remembers that guy. And Tefta.
Okay.
Sorry, Theo, I had to do
I
that
have
bit
idea
on
what-
someone, and you were second last place, so that's the only way where the punchline would land.
Yes. My full name is Theophilius Zwackelmann.
Von Baron Theo. Oh, that didn't kill him in one hit.
But yeah. Actually, funny thing, in a foreseeable amount of time, my legal name will actually be Theo.
Really?
Yes. I'm doing the thing.
The thing
The
that does the
thing.
thing, you know.
You're becoming an actor, so you have to have a stage name.
No, it's called having a state system that's actually pretty dang good, because there's a law since November 2024 where you can register and change your birth certificate, gender, and first name,
My goodness.
and that's just very sexy.
Damn it, I can't I've been trying to change
Germany
my name for
being,
such a long
again,
time. I've done things that boarded on illegal and were definitely unethical. And it still didn't work. And you mean to tell me that you can just change it?
Yes.
Well, I'm getting married next month, so a part of that getting married is you can change your name in the same
The other
documentation
thing.
in America.
Oh, that's actually a thing. A friend of mine and their partner are both very unhappy with their family names.
Yeah.
And we three already thought about me marrying one of those two, then annulling that marriage, so they can keep the my last name, and then them marrying, so they both have my name. And honestly, I'm so down for that. But
It's interesting
have
that you
not
can't
yet-
because technically here I could change my name to whatever I want to. It's just a part of getting married. So I don't have to change it to my partners if I don't want.
Yeah, there are, I mean, at least in Germany, there are some restrictions you can do. It's a combination of those. You can, one of the funky things you can do is, like, make a hybrid surname out of those, which is also very cool.
Very German.
Yes.
Combine two words
Just
into a
Make a
third
longer
word.
name, yeah.
No, not with the what's it called?
Do we not have any
Not
number
a
lists in the
double
group chat?
surname, but like actually taking both names, and if they are, if it's viable, and you can,
Combine them.
yes,
Is Remco
combine
here?
them into a new word.
We don't speak to us.
And yeah, but there is a difference between annulling and getting divorced, and I know that on a divorce you can keep the name you got in the marriage. But I do not know how it is with annulling a marriage, and that's a thing I would have to look into, because marrying is pretty cheap. Getting divorced, usually not so much.
Does it cost?
Yeah, I mean, it's
Like
not-
marrying
Why?
actually just takes
If it's-
$50.
Yeah,
doesn't
well,
exist.
it can be as little as like $300 in America to get a divorce if you
Yeah.
are both in agreement. 'Cause I'm
Yeah,
actually
yeah, that's the
divorced.
thing.
And
yeah.
so we split everything
Yeah,
60-40.
yeah. I mean, a couple of things do make it way easier. For example, annulling a marriage is also under the assumption that both are in accordance with it, and it's not that long ago, and a couple of things. It's basically just a bunch of rules.
That's what governments are. A bunch of rules.
Yes, yes.
True.
It's math for the people.
You ain't wrong.
I always thought it was computer science for humans. Laws, right?
Man.
It's just like, hey, let's make a computer language
Actually-
that humans have to obey.
I
I
actually
think
thought-
that's called
no.
laws in government.
I actually thought that was defense against those people who always say, actually, you know, when those who always like change the rules mid-game. I always thought of it as defense against those people. Or those who argue all the time. The government is truly a fun thing. Another...
I'm just waiting for the structure on housing being left ideal. As in left ideal, the math structure.
Yo.
The joke is lost on me.
That's just that's a joke that's lost on like 50 out of
Yo.
20 people.
Yo.
There are some jokes I can actually just can tell like 3 people on this planet. I actually had it like this morning with my mom. There's one joke that's just the Venn diagram of 3 things at the same time, and one person fills the spot for this joke.
Yeah, but those can be the most hilarious
True.
as well.
Does anyone have any nobelisks they could chuck into the group chat? Because first I thought that we had them connect. Yeah, I remember
Which
we
kind?
just normal nobelisks, just the average.
There is a
Yeah.
joke that it's not even a joke, it's more like a funny little like play on words that only works if you speak a little bit of Hungarian, German, and English as well. Like you need a little bit of all
Oh
3
god,
languages.
please no.
I love linguistic scrambles so much.
Tragedy.
I had that with Spanish, French, and German with a friend too, and
Oh, thank you.
it's always so funny when someone is frustrated because they would have to go to such a length to explain it, and at that point it's just not worth anymore.
Okay, I need
Oh.
to find some monsters.
I executed.
What did you do?
Died?
Oh. I executed a perfect launch upwards, but then as I was trying to land, I wanted to push away like the hog thing, the spiky rhino hog thing, and accidentally pushed off myself. It was such a perfectly executed jump with such a terrible landing. It's comical.
Congratulations, you hogged yourself.
Yeah. Oh, perfect.
Executed.
Executed.
Okay,
Okay, a bit of a leap of logic, but in my head I just did a whole thinking thing and I don't care enough to actually explain how I got here, so a bit of a conversation
Yes.
change. One thing which I see was really funny, and I'm really glad to see that it's not just me being crazy, it's a genuine thing that happens, is when people really often ask questions about science on Discord, and they clearly don't know much about science, about the topic that they're asking about, which is fine, right? If you're asking about something, then you definitely, like, obviously you won't know much about it, otherwise you wouldn't be asking the question. But they, like, want to seem like they know a lot about the topic, and because of that, they ask a question in the way to make themselves seem the smartest possible. And they use like all of these, you know, extremely sophisticated words and all of these like professional terms and so on and so forth. And they try so hard that they just completely lose the meaning of the question they were asking in the first place. And the entire time when I've seen it in the past, no, because the entire time I've seen it in the past, I thought that it was just me not understanding enough physics or chemistry or something. But when I saw someone ask that kind of question and Remco replying with, "You're using too many physics words and not enough physics sentences," it's just glad to see that it's a genuine thing. It's not me being crazy. Hey, it's fine. You don't need to.
Also, such a great reply.
It is.
By the way.
Yeah, that's why I did the best comment,
Shout
because I
out
mean
to
it was.
Remco.
There we go, Remco. Hi there, Remco. The blue nickname cares.
One of the guys of all time, guys.
There he is.
Asterisk.
Guys, nice.
All right, let's try this again. This time, let's push myself a bit more forward.
Guys, in parentheses, MFX.
Oh, I am just amazing. I am truly the best one out there. I would like that clipped and on my gravestone, please.
You're just the fucking trick shot MLG man.
Oh, but then the rhino just impaled me instantly. Okay, well.
Why are you in the jungle? What are you doing there?
I'm trying to get to the spot.
What spot? You're
The
dead
spot.
The spot. The spot, you know.
The G spot?
The spot. That I remember a while back ago, like, you know, last time we played Satisfactory, when we built this platform with like a sorting system.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I kind of want to do that again.
Yeah, that was awesome. You
That
had
was
like
really
a
well.
super
That was-
giant.
To be fair, that was before the dimensional depot, so it will be a tad less useful now, but it still will be a fair bit useful.
Oh my god.
Well, we have programmable splitters almost unlocked, but we don't have. I think, don't you need those?
Wait, hold on. Do we not have? I mean, all I need is smart splitters. Those are good enough.
Okay, we have those. Okay.
Yeah.
What are you making and why?
Sorting system, so that you can route all of the items to it, and it like saves a double storage of each item, and then just the rest of them gets shredded for coupons.
That sounds horribly inefficient. Because you have to route them for like a single byte, no?
You know, not a fan
You
of
route them with
making
trains.
fun of accents,
And the
but
belts only go so good, you know?
Theo, do finish. I'm curious what you're about to say.
but for some reason it acoustically it came it ended up in my head as salting system, and I just for a split second imagined a hilariously elaborate
System for salting
contraption
fries.
should just spice up, which, you know, full circle to the start of the stream. We're back at spices. How are you doing?
It always comes back to spices.
It's always spices all the way down.
Oh, missed.
So guys,
Wonder how.
what's your opinion on stealing the spice trade? That's not a question, but we're doing it anyways.
Okay.
I'm really
Talking
busy.
about the movie Dune, or what are you talking about?
Exactly. The Timothy Chalamet plot. And by plot, I don't mean like plot of the movie. I mean plot like the plan, the devious master plan.
Yes.
Oh, there was uranium there. That makes sense. Okay. Wait, is that what killed me, or was that the toxic gas? That jungle is dangerous. There is a lot of deadly
Yes.
stuff there.
It is.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah, I've already explained it to you twice. I'm not doing it a third time.
Uh,
I don't have
It's
the
not like
patience.
make it like the explaining thing.
Exactly. Yuck. This is my rest time. I'm definitely not working right now. I'm off the clock.
running headfirst into the wall. Should be a like hell rest time.
We also don't have iron rods automated into
We
the
do. They're
group
just
chat,
not. They,
not into the group
Now,
chat.
those opposites
Nor do we have
This corresponds
steel
to
beams.
want to move as far away from each other as possible, just like
you
electrons.
can just make it steel factory, and my rod factory. Like not terrible.
As
Just
possible,
hook them up to those,
as possible.
you know. And we have merchants in the group chat that have been dropping them, so you can use them to do that, you know, and stop complaining, and said do that, you know.
Did you?
Did you say stop complaining?
Listen, it is a little reference to, you know.
Self-referential.
Not just to anyone, but to Turfta. Like,
Yes. How does it feel to, you know?
Catman saying to Tefta,
Born
stop
for luck.
complaining makes me lose faith in humanity.
Possible, just like electrons.
I don't have enough coffee to deal with this.
Electrons want
Make it losing his gold.
Okay, we should. Oh,
I always wonder why Tefta and Quasar never join in on streams, and then Catman just comes in and insults them.
Like, I'm sorry, listen.
Well,
No, you're
is-
not.
it is-
No, you're not.
Listen, listen.
you're
What do you
definitely
mean?
not.
Hear me out. It
yeah.
may
The
be a
word sorry
fucking-
means
listen,
change of behavior, right?
Hear-
So
Yeah, this is
like
let me
sorry,
cook.
a
Let me-
true
let me-
sorry means that your behavior changes.
this is
And
yeah,
if your
let me
if your
cook.
behavior doesn't change, then you're not
I-
honestly sorry.
I
So when you
express
say
com-
sorry, you should only
Listen,
have to say it
listen.
once.
Listen. I express my compassion towards my friends by insulting them. Now it may be a little character flaw that I also express my hate towards my enemies by also insulting them. You know, it may be a bit, you know, confusing sometimes.
I used
but
to be-
listen, it's
Okay,
it
here's
makes
the
no
thing.
sense.
I used to be a really nasty piece of work back in the day. I used to like be the funny person of the group because of my insults specifically. All of my humor was based on the insults. However, I just changed and grew as a person. That's something you can do. Hi there, Remco. How you doing?
Become more nuanced.
We are so
Yeah,
tiny
like-
right now.
You have
Jeez.
to add nuance to it.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's good that Remco's here because Remco's a perfect example
I mean,
that even
you
if
can
you're
insult me back, you know, like I'm not stopping you from that. Like it goes both ways.
like even if
for you, no?
someone has a bit cheeky sense of humor, it can be done in a respectful way that is like making sure that everyone knows that it's a joke and it's actually funny and not just insult for the insult's sake. And Remco does it really well, and you don't
Well,
do
I
it at
always
all,
make sure
Catman.
my
You're
insults
just
are
a
funny.
meme.
Make it.
Unless-
Stop co-signing us.
Listen,
It's My ADHD is clearly kicking in. I mean,
Yeah, he needs to
Also,
watch
I'm a
it, man.
pancake now.
I have Satisfactory in the background. I have a like animation that I'm working on, and yet I'm busy just squishing and stretching as well. my,
Cosine.
my 5-year-old brain is just
Well,
acting up.
that would be a hilarious animation to where the height of us just correlates to the loudness of
This
our
is
voice.
awful. No, this is awful because I like have the technical
And it's
skills to actually make
wiggly all
this.
the time.
No, don't say that, Theo, because I have actual technical skills to make that kind of plugin, which means that the only reason why I would not do it is laziness, and I don't want that pointed out.
I mean, personally, I'm still at the spinning.
Hey,
I just want to experience the angular momentum.
Hey, why are we all squished at the bottom? I just now noticed that.
Yeah, because
Talking about that.
normally,
You're flat!
normally it looks like this. We're just it just gets exponentially smaller the more people join in. It's just so funny.
Gotcha. Can't you also stretch it vertically, but it would just have
Oh,
lower
I can. There we
resolution
go.
in one axis?
Hold on. I can.
Yeah, it'll just
There
it'll
we
just
go.
have a lower resolution in one axis depending on how many people are there.
Oh, I can't wait. Hold on. I
Increase
can't move
the
back.
person who is talking, no?
We also could be very long boys. Yes. Long boys.
There we go.
Listen, I wouldn't mind
terrible.
it being longer, you know?
That is
That's always
so terrible. Hold on.
Terrible joke.
I need to fix it
Oh
back.
god. It's terrifying.
There we go.
You know, if you're watching this stream on a phone,
Oh,
and if you
Redback's joined in
angle
as
it
well.
just right,
Yeah, you've been
Then-
ignoring him. He's been calling out like several times.
I was the only one who said hi to Reblax.
I didn't know that I was busy squishing and stretching us. Okay?
I remember.
Yeah.
I've been on the stream for like at least several minutes, make it.
Yeah, but I mean, I've seen in the chat. I haven't seen you. It's not my
you were
fault. I was busy being a child.
It's so sad because you noticed that Remco was here actually.
Remco,
Yeah.
I don't listen.
Wow.
I don't see.
See,
You know how
that's mean.
you know how so people can't see color. I have the opposite. I only see color, and you're just black and white, so it just didn't register. You just have like T-Rex sees movement. I just only see color. The black and
I
white.
can translate this for you. He thinks math is trash. You
You have a bachelor's in math. What do you mean?
yeah, so I have like a confirmed opinion.
Listen, I don't get it.
I forget Remco has a bachelor's in math.
Listen,
Maybe
arguing
because of all the category theory hates.
arguing over which one is worse. I like how it's always you and Reblax, you both just arguing, oh, what's worse for your mental health, math or physics? And then Flame is just the only one who's actually having fun, enjoying himself.
Math is definitely worse for your mental health, though.
Yeah, we are just arguing our own fields is like worse for the mental health.
Yes, but the thing that takes away the mental health of the physicist is the math. So, I win. Unless, Remco, you care to demonstrate this is not the case by doing a higher category theory and staying sane. Who am I kidding? You're already insane. And not
He's not
getting
insane.
more insane.
He's just drunk.
Is this the moment where you drop new links about physics and category theory?
I don't
although,
want to type the word physics in my search bar ever again.
although I do have to say, this is just music to my ears. Sometimes I just don't listen to music. I just remember like Reblax going absolutely crazy over category theory with the Joker voice, or alternatively Remco like doing calculations and then eventually saying, "I'm not drunk enough for this." These are just like this is what motivates me. This is what I'm fighting for in the day.
Asked me to prove that the differential
You see, society. We're not doing this again.
This is a good moment to leave. Have a good stream. Bye bye.
They asked They asked why the fundamental group was an invariant. I said, because sphincter preserve isomorphism, Batman.
I'm
But
just thinking of the Joker's stream.
society wants to actually prove stuff.
Did I scare Remco away?
Yeah. It's not the first time.
Make it, by the way, this also counts as French delusion.
Reblax is not only French, he's also a mathematician. Like, this is...
He's also deluded.
I'm
He's
not
double
enough to deal with
stupid.
any of you guys.
God damn it.
Where did I die?
On another note, on a math note, actually, I found out today there are not only seagulls in math, but also hedgehogs in geometry.
What?
A hedgehog in geometry is essentially the planar curve that's the boundary of a given
Oh, damn it, it was
family of
loading.
lines. I would say like the envelope. If you, for example, if you have a tangent line rolling along a half circle, and you draw every tangent line at the smallest boundary of that. That would be a hedgehog. And for example, the simplest way, one of these easier hedgehogs is drawing a 5-pointed star in one line. You would like cross over the line a couple of times, and this essentially is a hedgehog.
Hey, quick question, actually.
I want a Hodge egg. Alright, Hodge theory is a bit complicated.
The one the joke that 3 people on the planet will understand again.
No, Hodge theory is much more than 3 people. Like, at least 5.
That's...
No, that's a joke, like, for real, it's a actual, like, big thing in geometry or whatever, I don't know.
I mean, Lemon counts for 4 people by herself, so you know.
What is the 3D shapes of an ellipse named? An ellipsoid, I think.
Yeah, it's just an ellipsoid. But there are a couple of special ellipsoids. And
I have a
one
quick
of
question.
them is called the super egg. And it's just amazing for a name for a 3D shape.
I have a question that
Yes,
just
make it ask your
it
question.
just right now kind of glossed over me. As a quick one just came to me. When you have a ray in like n-dimensional Hilbert space, is a ray considered as a different kind of object than a vector, or are you just asking like, oh yeah, it's a vector in that direction, but we just don't know its eigenvalue? Or is it like a completely different object than a vector?
I mean, the ray would be like the set of all vectors that belong to the ray. So like
Yes.
Okay, so it's completely different. Got
lambda
it.
x for any lambda.
Yes.
Yeah, that's so it's a subset of the Hilbert space. It's not like
All right.
just a vector. But
That
all the
was
rays
it.
form a space called the projective space.
I honestly am upset that that a while back ago, your discussion with Alu over set theory versus type theory, like I'm a bit upset that both of you were so polite about this, and just weren't at each other's throats over which theory is has more mental issues.
At each other's throat, politely.
It's very hard to answer this question because like both of them have very different mental issues.
I mean, yeah, that's similar
Mathematics.
to describing what's worse, having depression or a schizoid disorder. You know, both are terrible in their own right.
The schizoid disorder might make you better at math, though.
And math might make you better
Just
at
saying.
depression. Circle of life.
I
make the
felt
worst
that
of the
on
person, I think.
a spiritual level.
By the way, 21, I can say that because I donated money to Depression and Bipolar Disorder Alliance. So that's how it works. Those are the law. I didn't make the laws. That's how the laws work. That's laws of comedy. You can.
I don't think you get the point of charity. The point of charity is to give money and you don't get something in return.
No, what?
Like,
No, you're wrong.
If the
Yeah,
like,
right.
If it worked like how you're just describing
Can you believe this guy?
a joke
He
fast
thinks
store.
he thinks that point
As
of
a
charity is just to
person-
give with nothing in return. What an idiot!
As a person who has
Wait, can you put my name?
as a person who has math and suffers from other way around, as a person who has depression and suffers from math, was a funny bit.
I do. Do I take it too far? I think I can never tell where the line is until I crossed it.
No, but make it. You see, math makes you better at depression. But
Yeah.
depression makes you worse at math. So at some point, like, there's an equilibrium. It's like
Yes.
it's physics, basically.
Equilibria are also a part of chemistry.
Yeah, chemistry works like that also. You have to calculate the what the fuck is it called? The equilibrium constant of your reaction
Yes.
between math and depression.
You do not want to know what the unit of that one is, because equilibrium constants have wacky constants, wacky units. The unit usually is yes, whatever you want. We do not care.
I use set theory, Theo. That means I do not believe in units.
That's correct. Units are just made up by a big SI
They really are, though.
Or like,
to sell us more Candela.
Candela is so dumb. Almost as bad as Avogadro.
I mean,
Metrologist.
just as a normal mortal person, you usually just don't relate to the concept of a candela because either it's bright enough or not bright enough, and you switch on the light. It's as easy as that. But as someone who like works within a specific stuff, you can relate to the brightness and have a specific
But why is it an SI unit?
value.
Why is I'm
bright-
quick with the
the
bit
bright
going
because
on.
it's
Wow.
a measurable thing.
What about radians? Those aren't SI. Why would they be? Why would you ever need an angle? Am I right? Oh,
because they belong to mathematicians, first of all. Second, like the whole is it bright enough or not bright enough thing, like it's the physics equivalent of everything has a probability of 50%, either it happens or it doesn't.
Yeah. I mean, my physics knowledge basically extends to electricity comes out of a hole in the wall and tastes ouch.
no, it doesn't. It tastes bitter, actually. Italian Mapper, why isn't an angle an SI unit? That is a phenomenal question, Italian Mapper. And don't worry, after doing a really lot of research into SI units, I can tell you that I have no fucking idea. I know. And I'm so upset.
Which angle unit would you pick?
Radians! Radians!
Radians?
Yeah.
Gone?
You know how radians are defined, actually? You know how?
Degrees?
No, because this is funny. Oh, no, don't worry. This is funny. Because you see, a radian in base SI units is expressed as length divided by length.
Yes.
Right? So when you have a circle... Batman, okay, Batman. You see, Batman? When you have a circle, right? When you have a circle, you have a ratio of this, right? Of this
Yes.
to this. So
But
these are two
only
lengths,
if
right?
you assume Euclidean norm.
Doesn't matter. Okay, you have this to this, that's your ratio, so you have length divided by length, which means that angles are dimensionless. Correct?
Yes.
Which is especially hilarious once you go on Wikipedia and look up candela. Okay. Once you look up candela, because
Yes.
with candela, the value you get from it, was it lumens? I think it was lumens.
Yeah. There are candela, lux, and lumen.
Lumens are equal to candela times steradian, and steradian is defined as 1 meter squared divided by meter squared. So it's dimensionless, which means that lumen is actually equal to candela times steradian, which is a dimensional unit, which means that lumen is equal to CD times SE, but since SE is dimensionless, this is just equal to CD times 1, which is just equal to CD. But lumen is not equal to candela, because why would it be? SI
Yeah,
system
because
is
there's a
so
factor-
awful.
Because it's factoring in. Yes, it's factoring in the distance and the space. I mean, that's just a similar thing to how is the how loud is something and what is the loudness of something.
No.
As in, how many decibel does it produce, and what is the perceived loudness on a spot in a distance? The projected thing. Because yes, both are essentially similar, but they're not the same.
But lumen is equal to candela, but it's not equal to candela.
Yes.
What do you mean, yes?
Yes.
If I tell you
Yes,
one
but also
is
no.
equal, if I tell you that 1 is equal to 2 and 2 isn't equal to 1, you can't say me yes.
The thing is,
I feel like I'm
if
the
you
only
are-
one taking
when
pills, and I
when
don't
you
know
are
if
just equating those, you are completely disregarding the use case of it.
Make it is what happens when you do physics.
it really is.
Whereas in math, you know what a set is, and a group is a set with some rules, and a topological space is also a set with some rules. And a function, believe it or not, that's also a fucking set with some rules. And the category, that's actually a class with some rules, because we need to talk about the category of sets. But you know what a class is? It's a set, but not a set, because if it was a set, the set theorist would be very angry.
I really like that in maths, when something is true, it's just true. It just is. It just is. The further away you go from math, the more it is like, oh yeah, that's not true, but it works. And like, how can it not be true and work? No, that means you're just wrong, you don't realize where you are wrong, and you are not spending enough time figuring out why you're wrong. But yeah, sure, let's chuck in the candela and moles into the SI system, because we like number 7, because number 5 wouldn't be good enough. So we just had to chuck the two additional different units there to have the magical 7. I'm fine. Whatever.
Consider this.
Consider the
Math.
following.
If you're true, if you have something true and you think about it and you deduce something new, the new thing must also be true, and that's the good part. But if you say false shit from the false shit, you can just deduce whatever the fuck you want. So technically, something can be false and work in math, and actually, that's supposed to work. That's also why you avoid saying false stuff, because if something is false, everything breaks down, because everything works, and that's no. We don't want everything to work. We want like stuff to be true and stuff to be false, and it should be separate.
Yes. Also, on regard of weird, funky units, you do know the concept of
Just like
ohm,
electrons want to move as
The concept
like
of what?
the resistance
Yeah.
of something. Yes,
Electrons
there's
want to move as
also
far
a
away
thing
themselves.
specifically regarding the the actual electronic piece, the resistor, called sheet resistance, and the unit for that is ohm per square. You're wondering, square what? The answer
No.
is yes. Ohm per square. It's just square.
Where?
And it's written as ohm, and then over, and then you draw a funky little square.
Okay, Theo, you have the privilege of teaching me the third use case of the square symbol I have ever seen in my life. The first one was for the D'Alembertian, so it was also physics. The second one was like
square.
a couple days ago because I don't fucking know. Milnor and Moore thought it would be funny to write the cotensor product.
Reflex has a habit of dying in the most comical spots.
Damn it.
Go tensor what?
Cotensor product. It's like the tensor product,
Yes.
but dual.
But electrons want to be as close to
Help.
protons
Yes.
like protons themselves as possible. But
Look,
electrons want to be as close to protons.
My mentor gave me a paper to read, and
If
I
you
might
do
be
want, you
missing
can
some
send it to
background.
me too.
I might be missing some background knowledge. Oh, it's
Yeah.
you can find it online. It's called the homology
I,
of the mapping class group.
Yes. I always enjoy some very out there papers.
No, it's not that out there, to be fair.
It's mathematics.
It's mathematics, but from like 1986. So it's
That's where the good math is. I somewhere I actually have a paper on. I think it was Tetris and math
yeah, that sounds
kind of
that sounds about right.
shenanigans, which is also a very ancient paper. I mean, I sent you the seagulls in math graph theory one.
Yeah.
That's a funky one.
No, but this paper is not a funky paper. It's just like the mapping class group is the group of
It's-
components of the group's diff plus of SG of orientation preserving diffeomorphism of Riemann surface SG of genus G. This is perfectly understandable and completely normal. I say this
Yes,
every
it
morning.
sounds
actually.
like the opposite of funky, but I'm pretty sure there's some spice inside.
It's not that funky, like, and also like my mentor was like, there's like the whole important part is like the third part, like it's where the fuck is it? It's 3 construction of Pn from Zn plus 1 to Xn. My mentor told me, do not read this.
It's a great thing to hear, I do have to say, on the very start, I imagine. It's like the tape from The Ring. Every single mathematician who's read this just got insane. Died in serious
Yeah,
circumstances.
I believe that. But you see, it's proposition 2.1. And proposition 2.1, well, proposition 2.1 consists of 4 things, A, B, C, and D. And then how do you prove proposition 2.1? Well, it's 5 steps, five simple steps. Right? The step 1 is to say it's easy. Step 2 is to give a vague
Classic.
geometric argument for part A. And step 3 is to prove B by the following sentence. General loop space theory, C May, shows that part A implies B.
Mhm.
That's the proof of B. Now the proof of C. The proof of C is a little bit more involved because the sentence is like a bit longer. It's theorem 1.2 above implies that A is a finite type. This combined with the structure theory of Hopf algebras over Q of Milnor and Moore implies part C. Right. That was the 4th step. The 5th step is to not even mention D.
Yeah,
There's straight up like
classical strategy by evasion.
Proof by omission.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not even proof by omission. Proof by omission would be saying the proof is omitted. This is proof by dementia. I forgot to prove it. But actually, he didn't.
Proof
forget.
by
It's just just the thing he referenced before, like Milnor and Moore, like it proves D. And he kind of said it before when he restated the thing in a previous like theorem or proposition, I don't know. But like, come on, he could have used it with C, like. I'm a bit salty about this. There's also like the
Wait,
there's also like the part where like symplectic nonsense pops up. Symplectic geometry is supposed to be like I mean, hold on. It's a classic case of Wikipedia lying to you. Symplectic geometry. You see. Symplectic geometry has its origin in the Hamiltonian formulation of classical mechanics. Oh, so that means it's gonna be easy. Classical mechanics are easy, right?
Hamiltonian, of course. Everyone knows this
Not
Hamiltonian to
anymore.
be easy.
No, symplectic geometry is when you do differential geometry, but you have one form you like very, very, very much. It's the symplectic form.
Just make it think Cookie
Like-
Clicker said even other people in DC, exactly. We have Revlax insane ramblings, ASMR in the background. This is just a very chill stream today.
I need to vent. If someone makes an Among Us joke, I will be mode abusing them.
What's the difference between radiant, gradient, resistance, and resistivity, EV, and Joule? Well, Italian mappe, I don't know what gradient is, I'll be completely honest with you, but resistance and resistivity, if I remember correctly, is that resistance is the total value, and resistivity is more like the density of resistance, which just happens pretty fairly commonly, especially in electronics when you're discussing components. You have a different value for the value itself, and different for the sum of the value, and different value for the density of that value. So resistance tells you how much resistance something has, and resistivity tells you like the local amount of resistance, how much resistance it will be adding per distance. Now EV and Joule, those both are energy, except Joules is what you use at human scales, and EV is very convenient for really tiny scales because that's very closely like you're expressing it in terms of elementary charge, which is very convenient because Joules usually you talk about like mass, movement of mass. EV is more energy because of charge and potential on the charge. It stems from, I don't know, something E equals mc squared.
Huh?
EV is quantized,
That
right?
guy again.
I mean, yeah, someone said it. I don't know, it was Feynman probably or something.
It's either that or Coulomb force.
It's always that. I like those things in science that always just appear out of nowhere. That's always funny. We're just you can read the most random thing, and all of a sudden, oh, by the way, E equals mc squared, relativistic energy, because why not? Let's chuck it into the mix.
Yeah. Just for good measure.
Just for good, literally sometimes. Yeah, sometimes you need for, like, GPS, yeah. I'm glad I made time and track with that. I'm glad someone liked that joke.
I chocolate most of your jokes. It's just a Discord.
It's just that this time, yeah, it's just that this time no one else chuckled, so it was more visible.
Yeah.
No one else appreciated my hilarious humor.
You see the paper. The paper tells me that the local coefficient system
Timon is
H1
just the opposite. Laughs at the unfunny jokes and misses all the cool ones. Can you continue, Reblax?
The paper tells me a sentence and I have no fucking clue what it means, but then it says equivalently. The map can be defined as the classifying map of the homomorphism something. And I almost understand this. I just don't fucking understand where the homomorphism comes from.
Yeah, I do feel that.
I almost understand this.
Yeah, it's very often in math you get the experience of almost understanding something, and it's just missing a specific kind of information, or you have the information right there, but you're just not.
electrons, and this
It
causes
just
pretty interesting
hasn't
phenomena in
clicked
which
yet.
something like an ion
Like,
atom
like the very first sentence of the paper, the mapping class group gamma G is the group of components of the groups
Ion
diff
atom
plus of
is
SG
stable,
of
but
orientation
slowly
preserving
what is
diffeomorphism of a
red
Riemann
bubble.
surface SG of genus G. Like,
Phenomena in which something
I
like
understand this, I'd say completely.
Yes.
Now the next few words are since each component is contractible. I also understand this perfectly, except I don't know why it's true. So that's the first level of not understanding.
Mm-hmm.
And then it says there are a natural isomorphism of integral cohomology groups, and I understand this also. I just don't know why it's true, but it's fine. And then it's discontinuously on the type-molar space T3G-3 with finite isotropy groups, and I have no fucking clue what a type-molar space or an isotropy group is.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the second level of not understanding.
Kazi,
Yes.
nodding.
Yeah. The first two ones are essentially a looking up the proof, trying to prove it yourself kind of problem,
Yeah.
and the second one is a looking up the definition and just diving down another weird subtopic of math.
Fortunately, I
Apparently.
don't need to do that because actually, like, it's just like the guy motivating why we study the thing we study. It's not actually relevant to the proof I'm interested in, so it's fine.
So it's fine.
Or maybe it's, or maybe it's
Not denial.
relevant, but
Fine.
it's
Time is
relevant.
left
It's relevant in the part I'm not supposed to read, so I'm gonna pretend it's not.
So it's
Yeah,
fine.
or
I don't
you
mean to
just
be
dismiss
that
it
guy.
as, yeah, I assume this to be true, I think. And I hope it won't bite me in the ass later.
So it's fine. Listen, I don't mean to be that guy, Roblox, but I absolutely am that guy. And if you all of a sudden need to say something that just happens to also be pad the lyrics for the postmodern love songs, then that doesn't probably mean it's actually fine.
Oh no.
If you find yourself quoting J-Reg unironically, that means you are probably not gonna have a good time with whatever it is that you're doing.
No, I quote J-Raid. I quote Garage unironically like plenty of times a day, but like this was unconsciously. I think I could try to explain what the point of the paper is.
I could try.
I could. No, but like, you know, donuts.
Kind of. Well, I knew a guy or two.
All right, make it. How many holes does a donut have?
At least one.
And at most?
And you kind of broke me with that one. I'll be honest. Oof. I haven't seen all that many.
I mean, it depends on the dimension of holes you're asking for.
No, I'm talking about regular, like, torai. Like, just standard donuts, like, stuff you can actually see that actually exists in the IRL.
Wait, Torah is the plural of Taurus.
Ora is the plural, or
So let's work
Tauruses would
separately.
exist too, but, you know, that's boring. No one
Have
wants
you,
a
have you
boring
ever
plural.
heard people say
This is
cacti?
boring here.
Yeah,
like
and
cactus?
Quote that.
also platypi, but like Torah. Okay,
Is
I
this a
That-
French
no.
plural, maybe?
That is definitely
No,
not platypi. It's like platypuses
Latin.
now.
like turning an
Wait.
us into an I is Latin.
Actually, make it. You wanna know what the French word for cactus is? Cactus. Spelled the same. And we even pronounce all the letters, so you should be happy with that one.
That's a double hit, yeah.
But make it. Do you want to know what the French plural of cactus is?
Yeah.
It's cactus.
I mean, you did say that.
No, it's the plural.
I know, yeah. So, yeah, that's an English 0, French 1 in that case. French finally
No, but the
works.
singular is also cactus.
Yeah, but I mean, that makes sense. Like, for example, when you have trousers, right?
Yes.
You can have well, to be fair, trousers are different because you have a pair of trousers. and then you have multiple
Yes.
pairs of trousers. So that is a bit different. But so I mean, like, oh, would be a good example.
Yeah, what's a single trouser anyway?
It's when you have you cut it in half. That's when you have a trouser.
True, when you have one leg only.
Yeah. You and my singular giant leg.
What was that? Half a trouser?
No, have a trousers. Yeah, half a pair of trousers is a trouser.
Half a pair of trousers, so one trouser.
Yeah, it's half a pair. Yeah.
Okay, and half a trouser is just like the upper or the lower part of a leg?
It depends if
I
you're a
imagine it to
chaotic
be only the right
neutral or
side.
a lawful.
Or is it just a vertical segment of the whole length?
Would the man wear trousers like this or like this?
There's actually that tells you if you're a chaotic neutral, lawful evil, or
Would a pant trouser like this or that way? Trouser is now a verb.
God.
How much trousers could a trouser trouse if a trouser could trouse trousers?
Yes.
Yeah,
Are we
no one
high?
can
I'm
stop
sorry.
me.
I don't mean to be that guy. It feels like whenever a Reblax joins in, he just has this aura of absolute insanity.
Don't worry,
I'm pretty sure we started this
stream.
stream with
Yeah,
a good amount
does
of
feel like that.
insanity.
I was born with that aura, thank you very much.
No, because I mean, Telefta's God, it's also part of it. Yeah.
Pair of half brains.
The voice of the ending has left, you see?
Pair of half brain
Yeah,
cells.
like, with Turfed, there's just this pressure to like act like normal people because like yeah,
Hey, maybe you
I don't
speak
feel
for
that.
yourself.
you probably should though.
You, it's normal. What even is normal people anyway?
Exactly, societal
No.
standards.
Yeah.
We're all abnormal people.
I'm not normal. I'm not like Joker from the movie Joker.
Yeah, or vice
Kind of.
versa,
Oh,
always.
you're like Joker from Joker. Well, I'm like Joker 2 from the movie Joker 2.
Yeah. So, anyways, the point of the paper is to like you take like you make it. You've heard of donuts, right?
Yes, I have.
Okay. I'll give you the answer. It has one hole
Yeah,
as a surface.
I can agree with that. Yeah.
You know, imagine a donut smooshed together with another donut to make a two-holed donut.
Yeah,
Yes.
I can.
Okay, now imagine a three-holed donut.
Yes.
Now a four-holed donut.
Whoa, man, you're blowing my mind.
I am. We are imagining.
Imagine an
Yeah, so
onion.
like-
Heck, imagine two onions.
Holy shit!
I was thinking of that while saying this. Anyways, I can tell if like Make It is also has the aura of insanity, or if I'm just like contaminating him.
I'm getting
Technically,
corrupted.
I mean, if you take the donut, if it's the filled one, like the whole object with
Like an iron
boundary and
can be stable.
the inner part, it has only one hole. If you only
The
take the shell of it, it has the one hole like the filled one, and one hole if you are inside the donut,
But as on
and it goes like
Yes.
inside all
Well,
around.
the
and
last time
that's
I was
a
inside the
different
donut,
dimension of hole.
the last time I was inside the donut, then police escort me out of the Starbucks. So I don't know if I followed your example.
Azon goes for Azon
damn it.
goes for all of the negative electrons.
No, but like
Alpha goes
here
for
I'm talking about like the boundary of the donuts, and when I say
Yes.
hole, I mean
Negative
genus, so it's like the hole you're thinking
negative.
of. So it's
Yes.
one hole.
Ignoring the inner parts of a donut.
Okay, hold on,
Yeah,
Reblax,
it's-
where are you
it's-
going with
it's-
this? Because I have some maths to do on my own, so
Not
I
caring
can't-
about the filling.
I won't be able to
I'll
think
go
them.
like I'll explain this first.
All right.
Okay, basically I'm looking at like functions from the donut with G holes to the donut with G holes to itself that are like
Mhm.
smooth and very nice and invertible, and they also like they don't like reverse left and right. They don't mirror anything. And this is a group, and you kind of like study it, and you don't study specifically this group, you study a group that you obtain from this group, but it's basically like you would identify two functions up to some notion of being the same, and it gives you another group. It's called the mapping class group. And we like to study this. We like to study its homology, and it's very complicated, and we don't know how to calculate it. But if you had a lot of holes, if the number of holes goes to infinity, we kind of know how to calculate it. Sometimes.
Yeah.
The paper does a version of that. It proves that like it's at least big when the thing goes to infinity.
That's the funky a funky situation of, well, we do not know how it is for finitely many, but for infinitely many we can do shit.
Yeah, because it stabilizes. Like
also known as
a good
chemistry.
result.
Yeah. That's
Why nature
Yeah,
prefers
it's also related to,
spherical
like, the-
shape? Why is donut shaped planet not possible? Nature doesn't prefer spherical shapes. It's just that when you have a sphere, every point of that sphere is an equal distance away from the center, which means that if, hypothetically, you had some kind of force that hypothetically would have some kind of center, like for example gravity with a center of gravity, right? Then it would naturally favor stuff that would be equal distance away from that center, because if something was different distances away from that center, then you would have different points which are being pulled with different forces. So for example, if you had, let's do a two-dimensional world and a square, because drawing in 3 dimensions is annoying, then with a center of gravity right here, then right here this force would be greater than this force on the side, because this one right here is there's like more things there, there's more mass than right here, and as such this one would get squished more, this one would get squished less, and eventually over time you would just end up with the corners flattening into a sphere, or a circle in this case because it's two-dimensional.
Yeah, but like, isn't like donut planet possible if like it spins very fast?
I mean, yeah, but it would have to spin quite crazy fast, wouldn't it?
Very fast, and also like
Yeah,
if
yeah,
it,
it would have
collides with
to,
something, it's a sphere. So yeah.
it would have to fulfill specific criteria that are
I'm pretty
not
certain you are talking about Saturn
really
rings,
fully
actually.
stable. That's like a
no.
pendulum.
No, I'm pretty
one,
certain what you're talking about is just Saturn rings. Like, in that case, that is stable. You know, the rings are stable, but if you increase the thickness of the rings, they won't be stable no more.
Yeah.
You can
but,
also
like,
have it.
like just like from a statistics standpoint, if the donut-shaped planet collides with anything that's slightly massive, it's going to end up a sphere anyway. So
I mean, the only place where it is actually viable is black holes, but that's a cheat. But that's a cheat code. Anything is possible. Anything is possible if you smoke enough weed and start talking about black holes. Wow, you can plug in infinity for whatever value you want. Congrats, you solved physics. It's such a. I'm upset with this. It's not. It's so annoying. You know, you can make any claim you want about black holes. So if you just
A
start.
4D sphere. What great notion. A 3-dimensional shadow of a 4D sphere is a 3D sphere. 4D spheres are just incomprehensibly shaped for us.
no, but a 4D sphere, like if you really mean, like if you mean the
Yes.
sphere in 4-dimensional space, you can kind of think of it like 3-dimensional space with a point at infinity, with 1 point at infinity. It's not, but it's not really 4D, like it's 3D as an object. Yeah.
Oh, hold on, I forgot I was about to do some maths. Oh.
Okay, like picture this. Like, you know, a circle.
I heard of the guy once or twice, yeah.
Yeah,
I
circles
have
are pretty
heard
cool.
of it. I know
Okay.
one personally. I'm good friends
Imagine
with
like
Circle.
imagine one-dimensional space. One-dimensional space is just like an infinitely long line, right?
Yes.
Right, now imagine that there was like a point at infinity, so if you go infinitely far right or infinitely far left, you end up at the same point according to horseshoe theory.
You did not just say that.
That gives you a circle, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
right.
at
If-
some point you can go hot yourself.
You are
If you go
actually
really far from
insane.
the origin, you go at one point. So you apply horseshoe theory to the whole political compass. That gives you a sphere, like the surface of a sphere. And if you do that with 3D space, you also get like you get a higher dimensional sphere, but it's kind of impossible to picture.
Someone take away this man's access to the internet right now.
But this only
I'm
holds
being
true if
censored for
you
being too based.
if you if you extend the real number line with
Yes.
infinity and define what calculations you can do with infinity, similar to Riemann here.
Ah,
I mean,
piss.
that's not gonna really work well, usually.
It's a
Depends.
special kind of.
And it would kind of, I mean, it would be able to work.
Timon.
Like, the circle can be a group.
Or Theo, whichever one.
The sphere
Yeah.
can be.
How many electrons does iron have?
26.
26.
Thanks.
If I'm
Yeah,
correct.
26.
Why you
Well,
not into
26 on a good day. On a bad day, maybe more.
Don't worry, I'm gonna be taking away some of its electrons anyway.
No, Iron has less electrons on a bad day.
Can it have more? Like, I know it can have less, but like, can it have more?
It's called an iron then. It could have more. But
Absolutely.
usually, if you blast more electrons there, due to the orbitals being arranged there, and just smooshing into a broad electron band, adding more electron just fills a pond, kind of. And if you have a metric facton, also known as a mole, of iron atoms, then that whole electron band just turns to one. Just holds every single atom, more or less. That's the analogy chemistry uses most of the time.
Make I have an idea. You should make a practical video on angular momentum. What do you mean by that?
I mean, you
I
could
kind
make
of
a
will.
gyroscope.
I mean, I kind of will do that. Possibly this
I
month
mean,
or next
that's
month, we'll see.
the force needed to pull out a fish out of the river.
You know what? Don't even
Right.
bother with the context.
Is it a fun with angular momentum or like?
Angular's momentum.
All right. I love English. An iron. Very cool. Purple burglar alarm.
Purple burger. Purple burger alarm. It's a purple burger. Purple burglar. A purple burglar.
Gurgle burger.
Purple burglar alarm.
It's a purple burglar alarm.
Alarm.
The purple burger. I love that meme so much as well.
Sometimes
Limmy's
I
show
perceive.
is pretty good.
Yeah, sometimes I perceive a Limmy clip and my life is at peace.
What is heavier? A kilogram of
Steel.
Feathers.
A kilogram of feathers.
Simple. A kilogram of steel.
A kilogram of steel.
But there is so. That's cheating. But that's cheating. Look how many feathers there are. But steel is heavier than feathers. No, that's. Steel is heavier. That's. What? So many feathers? Only little steel. That's steel. But steel is heavier than feathers. I don't even know where that's from, by the way.
It's like the entire bit is just
You would-
crammed somewhere on your cranium.
That's
Just wedged in one of the brain creases. Ready to get picked up at any moment.
How much would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? No, it's how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
I would say 5.
I'd say
If you're asking 5 what, I will say 5 wood.
I'd say 5 over Avogadro's number moles of wood, just to piss make it off.
Mission successful.
A metric wood ton.
A metric wood ton.
It's like, I don't remember in what video, but H-Bomber guy has like a joke where he says, a metric fucktown, actually, slightly more, an imperial fucktown.
Yes.
Okay, now how would I
But if
do
the
it?
fuckton is metric, you can
Hold on.
do things like a millifuckton, which is not as much, but still a significant amount.
This 0, 1. This then.
And a microfuckton or a picofuckton, which is like a dozen maybe.
Yes, to make it, have you ever heard of the Wikipedia page, list of humorous units of measurement?
Oh yes, my favorite is Helen.
I have not seen that.
Helen?
You keep distracting me. I keep trying to like to.
No, Helen of Troy, the woman so beautiful
Yes.
that it launched 1,000 ships to rescue her. If you deem it as a unit, a millihelen is the amount of beauty needed to launch one ship. And if you extend it to the negative, you have a amount of ugliness that results in beach chips.
Okay, so like, I need to do
Carl Sagan. Funny enough, Carl Sagan, the Carl Sagan unit, which is defined as large quantity, technically at least 4 billion of anything, that has the same dimension as a mole. I would just like to point it out.
Yes.
We could use Carl Sagans instead of moles in chemistry, and
I mean,
dimensions would be fine. I have a petition to change the system of measurements from moles to Carl Sagan's. Length in beast.
Avogadro to Carl Sagan.
The unit of precocity
Pirate
a
ninja
bogus
power.
person claim or proceeding is derived from the fictional field of quantum bogodynamics. Is the Lennart, named after Douglas Lennart, a computer scientist and professor who failed one of his students on an exam because they answered AI is bogus on all of the questions. So what are quantum bogodynamics? Quantum bogodynamics is a humorous parody of quantum mechanics that describes the universe through interactions of fictional elementary particles, bogons. Hmm. Which reminds me of Bogoport.
Yeah, I don't have an idea on how to do it in any more clever way. Whatever, I'm doing it this way.
Plip. 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 I made it.
You made it? I thought made. Whoa, you've changed, mate.
I didn't say I am made
It's
it.
quite a bit.
I achieved
It.
greatness. Grandness, even. Hehehe.
Anyways, I think I'm gonna go
That's fair.
go to sleep to recharge the insane aura. Also make it let's midnight in 1 minute, so you can do the oh it's a totally new
Oh, I
stream
can.
trick again.
That's true. That's true. I can. Thanks
Or,
for reminding me.
Alright, bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Or my favorite thing to say is, oh, it's already today.
I say that too.
I really like how I measure how quickly I make videos in hours per minute or minutes per hour, depending on which way I'm going.
Also a perfectly valid, technically dimensionless, but actually not dimensionless.
It's not dimensionless
unit.
because these
Yeah.
are two different lengths of time. It's hours of
Even
editing
if
versus
you
minutes of
would
edit.
measure it in hours per hours,
Then it still wouldn't be dimensionless.
it still would technically cancel out, and it would not be dimensionless. Yes.
It wouldn't cancel out
then
actually.
But then why does radian cancel out?
Well, okay, because it depends on what you're measuring. So in my case, you actually have an hour of, or you have a minute on top. Sorry, a minute of edit, and you have divided by hour of editing. And these are two different kinds of units, which means that minute of editing is not equal to a minute of edit. It's not dimensional, therefore. The radian cancels out though because these are both just lengths. And that's how SI defines it. As both just lengths. It defines it as meters for steradian, for example. It defines that meters squared by meters squared. It doesn't add anything. I mean, you cancel out the time, you get the dimension of edit to editing, which you can do funky stuff. I don't know. You can then add in energy if you want, and then you can have the energy spent on editing. So edit the energy of the edit to the energy spent on editing if you want. If you're autistic enough. Yeah, so what? Are we starting a new stream? Well, don't say anything all at once because you might break your setup. Calm down, jeez.
Huh?
Timon, I'll have you know that after the first day of working on this video, I have achieved 40 seconds. Are you satisfied with this?
Splendid.
Well, it was only one stream so far, so yeah, it's going great.
Let's have some kind of average meter here. 3 hours, 40 seconds. So that's what we're dividing 40 seconds by 3. That is 13 seconds per hour. And so now with that in mind, let's see how many, considering that roughly 100 minutes is what the video is going to be, right? Let's 13 seconds per hour, which means we divide this by 1/5,
We get the month.
right? Divided by 1/5, so 500 hours.
Okay, but like also like since you picked up from a very old project, there were a lot of like things that holding you back. But,
No,
like,
now
once you
what
get
you're saying right now is called denial. This will take
We
a
just coincidentally a river in Egypt.
You know what? That's
pretty
it.
sure.
That's over. I'm ending this stream and start a new one. I'll need like 2 minutes to get myself another cup of coffee. I mean, I'll still stay on the voice, just so you know. And for now, that'll be it. Thank you everyone so much for watching again. Have a